Anyway, I guess the stream has started, so let's get going.
Yeah. The stream is fine.
So last time we found the hunter torch, which is the actual torch for this run. And unlike the normal torch, which is not meant to be used as a weapon, this is actually kind of an interesting weapon. However, it is meant to be an offhand weapon that you use once in a while. Not a main hand weapon, like you can't wield it in your main hand even, but not like a main weapon. So using just the torch is actually kind of hard, which is why it's a challenge run. So I have nothing in my fist, and I have a torch. So we're now going into Old Yharnam, which is full of beasts that are weak to fire, which is a good thing. Like, he's even afraid of it a little bit. You see that do decent damage. That's the only zone in the game where everything is weak to fire. Also, there's a Gatling gun. And he's not very happy that we're killing beasts, because he has realized the secret. The secret that the beasts... Well, they knew that, but they thought it was a disease, like an incurable werewolf plague. But in reality, that's not quite what's happened. Okay, I think he starts shooting at us as soon as we go down.
You're a skilled hunter.
Yep.
Adept, merciless. Half cut with blood, as the best hunters are.
Ah! Normally you can hit all these guys all at once. Not so much with the sword. Oh, I hit 2 of them. That's good.
My stream keeps buffering, but at this point I'm quite sure it is me.
Your stream keeps what?
Buffering.
I'm pretty sure it's you, because I'm watching the stream on
Yeah.
my screen and it's going fine.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain it's me. I do get the impression that the volume of the game is a bit loud, but...
I can turn that down.
Mhm.
Okay. Turn it down by like 20%.
Which is why I must stop you.
Yeah, and then he's going to shoot me with a Gatling gun. Oh, there it is. Ah! Because this is a challenge run, I'm going to skip through this bit here. Because it's unnecessary. And it's pretty hard, so... unnecessary to actually fight that guy, especially with the Gatling gun right there. So I'm just gonna go up this ladder. And then, up here you can either go up to where the Gatling gun is, but we're gonna leave him alone for now. And so we're going to go over here. This guy with a torch, because that's the only weapon we have still, forever. And I fell. I didn't die because I fell into a beam. Can I get onto this walkway? I can't? Okay, great. That's not good. I need that. I got it. Okay, actually, that's fine. Actually, yes. That's actually fine. I just skipped most of that area by doing that. Oops, that's good. They might be chasing me. Well, at least that guy is. And up here is a door that we just walked past. You see this door here. So that's a shortcut. A very annoying one because it does, like, it sticks out a little bit, so sometimes you like fall off. That's awful. Now we have to go back down. Where these beasts are. I'm not sure if he went back. Is that him? When they have red eyes, they do more damage, but they don't have more health. If you get the drop on them... Oh! They got the drop on me. Oh, that was a counter. You saw that it did slightly more damage. If you hit somebody while they're about to attack, then that does extra damage. Okay, this is too many of them. I can... Yeah, this is unnecessarily dangerous. I don't remember how to get through the next one. That's not it.
Hi, Alexia.
Hello, Alexia. You're torturing me again. Playing with the torch.
Can you let me know if the stream is buffering for you? Because
yeah, it's not buffering for me, but it is for Wiz.
And we're trying to figure out if it's me or the stream.
Yeah, and also Wiz wants to leave soon because he's knackered. So if you want to join the voice chat, that will be fine.
Double Wiz. That's the best kind of Wiz. But not optimal for the stream.
Not optimal for stream. We only need one Wiz. Okay. Oh, there's too many of them. There's just too many. I need to... As soon as I get to a shortcut that actually leads out of this place, I will fix that issue.
You can make all the dirty jokes you want, Alexia. You won't hold them against you. We may clip them, but we won't hold them against you.
We may clip them, but we won't hold them against you. Yes. Okay.
I don't want to be bad.
Actually, oh, hello.
Hi, Az.
Hey.
Hi, Az. I am currently fighting for things, so I can't fix the issues we're having.
Now there's also double Az's.
Yeah, I think I know what's wrong. I'm capturing the audio twice.
Don't tell Sana there's no Lazarus, she's in here in a minute.
Yeah, we almost made that joke with double whizzes, but...
You seem to be having a more fun time with the Hunter's Torch than you did with the regular Torch.
Yeah, okay, so this is still a hard weapon to use, and I am running away from a lot of things, and I'm having a hard time fighting things, but I'm doing actual damage, which means the game is now playable.
I still think it's, we're giving him too much power. Let's switch back to regular Torch.
Oh, that's literally impossible.
That's what they always say.
Alexia says, yeah, you're killing things.
I am.
How dare you do that?
Oh, Alexia, if you want to join in on the chat, you feel free to.
Yeah.
Oh, but you're probably still at your
oh, right, yeah.
parents or in-laws, I forgot.
In-laws,
yeah. Right, not back to Sunday. That's fair. Happy to have you in chat, though.
Happy other people's birthday.
Other people's birthday.
And a very happy unbirthday to you.
Oh no, not an unbirthday.
There's nothing wrong with falling asleep, Alexia. In fact, I heavily recommend it to most people, and they ignore me.
At least once a day.
It's from Alice in Wonderland, when you think like one person has one birthday, but 364 unbirthdays.
Oh, I thought that the unbirthday was the day opposite to your birthday.
No, it's just like a day that you're not celebrating your birthday.
Oh. How's Wiz's voice, by the way? Because Az is fine, but Wiz's voice sounds like he's been gargling smoke. to me.
What do you mean?
It sounds like you're gargling smoke. That's exactly what I said.
How do I gargle smoke?
Red 13 to me.
Oh my god.
You never won't. Umber
Like
sounds
2
like
octaves later. Can't tell when the double is.
I
I'm
like-
almost at the checkpoint. I just need to get up this ladder one more time, and then I can checkpoint, and we'll fix the audio.
Oh, what a lovely mission. Continue to climb up ladder. Same ladder.
What a
Well, I have to jump
thrill.
down to get the Wandering Madness. I think they're called. It's like a little skull buddy with tentacles.
The Skull Buddy? You're killing Skull Buddies?
But they're buddies.
Well, yeah, they're buddies because they drop very valuable upgrade materials. Okay, good.
As you watch TV, it's been interesting seeing what's on UK TV for the last couple of days.
I've pretty much given up TV and gone fully onto streaming, which probably means I am watching much more terrible things.
What is happening on UK television, Alexa?
God alone how it knows.
Okay,
Here
is it
Piers
now
Morgan
only
got-
one as and Wiz?
Sound terrible for everyone.
It's just always a bit yuck.
Yeah, I'll agree there. That's one of the reasons I stopped watching it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a friend of mine did try and convince me to go back onto BBC, the BBC to watch The Watch, which is a sort of based very well. They claim it's based on Discworld, but like the names are the same, but the people are different. Yep, I've stopped watching TV for over 10 years, Alexia. Yeah, I agree, Alexia. That's probably what you need to do. It's like.
Yeah, I haven't been watching TV at all either.
Funny thing is, I still listen to radio.
I mean, mostly
So maybe-
podcasts.
The thing is, I like listening to the radio because when I drive, I need someone talking to me, and like songs on a loop don't do it. I actually need to have
Even
some
if it
kind of
is
interaction.
Celine Dion.
Oh, what's wrong with Celine Dion?
Nothing. She's amazing.
I feel
But
like you were
did we
trying to
get rid
insult
of the
Celine
double
Dion.
whiz and ass?
No, I wasn't.
Though.
Yes, yes, you did. I checked.
Great. Back to the game.
Yeah.
That's the wrong one.
The wrong game. Oh dear, there goes Rida.
Yep, went into the wrong hole.
Oh dear,
Come
Rida,
back out.
Jesus.
Need to come back out
Pull back.
and then come back into the
Abort.
right
Pull
hole.
out, Rida. Pull out.
Last time Alexia listened to the radio, in a colleague's office, some woman was bitching about how she did recycling for years, and we're still complaining about climate change. Okay, well, I will admit, I do not listen to those kind of stations. Sort of, you know, you're insane. Let's make the entirety of the other country hear about that station.
Yeah.
It's TMZ.
Oh God, TMZ. I've never actually watched an episode of TMZ. I've watched YouTube clips of TMZ and for a balanced view, here's some Reddit. Oh God, Dara Brian does a lovely comedy bit on that. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's fantastic. Where he sort of goes, I don't understand the whole balanced view kind of thing because, okay, if we're putting a satellite in space, we don't talk to the scientists about it, and he explains how it's going to be launched into space and how it's going to orbit the planet and all that sort of stuff. And then, for some reason, the presenter doesn't then turn away and go, and this is James, who believes that the sky is actually a curtain made by God. What do you think about this spacecraft going up into space? And it's like, well, it's ludicrous. What would you do? Hang it from the curtain? Yeah, I mean, that's... I do think when it comes to, like, I understand that everybody has an opinion, but when something comes down to, like, fact, you can't put them on TV. I mean, Okay, this is gonna be one of those things that get me that get me might give me some cross-eyed looks. But it's one of the reasons I got very annoyed at Oprah. Let me finish.
Not Oprah.
Yes, I'm gonna be
She's a
attacked.
national treasure.
I
Well,
forgot to level
not
up.
in my nation, so it's fine. Here's the thing, right? Oh, wow, Alexi's on my side. Yes, yes,
Ooh.
excellent. No, the thing that annoys the hell out of me is that the anti-vaxxer movement got its most enormous amount of publicity boost when Oprah stuck that anti-vaxxer mom on there and just yeah. She gave them publicity, and I mean that in itself is a crime, I think.
Any publicity is good publicity.
Yep.
Well, no, well, yes, if that's a very true statement, but you don't want everything to have publicity.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
I would have quite
Giving
happily
something
allowed,
bad publicity is giving it publicity.
yeah, I'd have quite happily allowed the anti-vaxxer movement to die in a corner. But no, she made it huge. Like, it was growing, but she was like petrol on a fire.
Also, I had 2 Celine Dion albums and never questioned my gender.
Is that something that happens?
Is there something wrong with me having a Celine Dion album?
Is Wiz an egg? More at 11.
Speaking of publicity, have
Very
you
well.
guys heard that Joe
Let
Rogan
the echoes become your
is
strength.
strong unity, and I actually don't
Let
want
me
COVID
stand
got
close.
COVID and is taking horsey one.
Now shut your
I
eyes.
did hear
heard about
that.
Yeah, and yeah, he's a moron. I mean, to be honest, I would greatly appreciate it if people who are morons got their comeuppance more often. You know, like all these
Okay.
people who sort of say, you know, like
Farewell,
if people who
Buddha.
the people who go on about how climate change doesn't exist woke up and their house was underwater or something along those lines. You know, I feel that ironic punishment should happen.
They would just sell
more
their
often.
house before it flooded, obviously.
If only Trump took the worm dewormer instead of the expensive treatment. That actually worked.
I know, because that would make more people do it. You shouldn't wish bad things to happen to bad people. That makes us just as bad.
Ben Shapiro will buy that house. No doubt he would.
Yeah, no, he said that if floods were to happen and houses would be lost to them, then those people would sell their houses, not realizing, or maybe just not caring, that who would buy houses on land that would no longer exist soon?
The mer people. The mer
Fucking
people, Rida.
Aquaman!
Yeah, but here's the thing. Right? Most
Aquaman
people,
needs house too.
here's the problem here, Wiz. Most people who are
Aquaman.
anti-climate change also don't believe in what's the word I'm looking for? Evolution.
Oh.
So they wouldn't believe that people could evolve if they were constantly submerged in water.
That's good. 125 damage. Yeah, so this weapon, the torch, can actually be upgraded. Now I'm doing 124, 125, depending on weak points.
Just occurs to me, no, Rida isn't streaming, it's on Discord, so I am a little bit delayed, I think, on what
Oh,
happens to
yeah, well, I can't because it's on the PlayStation.
We are here in the audio, but we don't see the image in time. Alex sent a clip.
No context.
Welcome back.
Oh no, I have a horrifying feeling I know what this clip is going to be.
What is it?
It's going to be me saying I hate it.
Oh,
Pull
it's
out,
like, I
Rida,
was
pull out.
thinking,
It's pull out, Rida. Pull out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
Right, okay, that's slightly better than... Yeah.
Well, I did
I
say I went
thought
down
I
the
was-
wrong hole completely unironically.
Thank you for the clip, Alex. Yeah.
Indeed. We'll yell at Rida to pull out more often.
See, anything, like, all my reflexes, all my instincts want me to, respond to that. but I know that anything I could say would just make it worse. So.
You've got more quicksilver bullets for your torch.
Look, there's another skull buddy.
Alex says I couldn't cut it any shorter, otherwise it includes as mentioning my name, and I don't want that. Not you, Alexa.
Did Alexa just go out in the background?
I need to change that.
I mute mine nowadays.
I don't have one. Because I don't think it's necessary. At all.
It's
Okay, so
someone
this-
to talk to.
This is the Bloodstorm
Yeah,
Beast.
I know, she did.
The next boss. It is much harder than the last boss. However, we also have a much better weapon. So.
Yay.
And
Walk in the park?
No, I don't think a walk in the park is quite the way I would describe it, because this one does poison you. Now we
First
have
try, easy, GG.
We have some antidote, but I'm not sure if we can buy any.
Was it Silent
To change
Change the name of the Alexa.
the name
Uh-huh.
of the Echo Dot.
Well, we can tell Wiz many things many times. It doesn't mean he doesn't. I mean,
I wonder if I still know the rules to the train height.
probably not. Actually, that's a bit of a pity. I'm actually not going to be able to make it this Saturday, I'm sorry.
No.
Yep, so you're done for.
Train? Oh,
Right.
Only Sana will be able to have that. She'll prefer to mock him.
Right.
And you know what? More power to her.
Very many bloodlines.
But yeah, a friend of mine has invited me to Meatopia. You don't want to miss that.
What's Meatopia?
It's a festival of meat.
Oh! I thought it was a festival of meetups.
You
Well.
confuse meat with meat.
Yeah.
Indeed. Well, you can't say no to meat.
No, of course not. I'm mad.
I can say that to meat.
And mad women, I suppose. And I guess mad people.
Indeed, indeed.
See,
Also, if you're a vegetarian, we support you completely.
yes, but I advise you to eat meat. Anyhow,
I'd advise you to eat delicious.
Rita doesn't seem scared enough of this monster.
I am concentrating.
Oh.
This is not easy.
Where's the screaming? Where's the mortal dread? Where's the you being damaged part?
Well, I'm dodging the monster.
Where's the whimpers?
The what? The Reapers?
At least give me
I
some
feel-
whimpers.
I feel like we've made this challenge too easy. Maybe we should play it like one man.
Really hard. This is the second boss of a game I know very well. It would already been dead
Welcome back,
so
Alexia.
many
Like
times.
Alexia. So Alexia, we're considering making this harder for Rita by making him swap mouse and keyboard hands and seeing how well that
No, I can't. It's on the controller.
It's on the controller.
It's a torture
hold
run,
the controller
Rita.
upside down.
Oh, that is
Yes.
not. Ow. Okay, so see, now I'm poisoned.
Okay.
Amy's drowning
out.
voices out a bit.
I can't
I guess
really
the
fix
music.
that.
I guess the music turns up louder when we're in the boss fight.
Yeah.
It does.
Well, we can hear it in our background, but yeah. The issue is I've put the stream on mute, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Upside
Thank you
down
for
girl.
letting us know, Alexia. We'll fix it soon.
So yeah, we were trying.
Oh no, I
Speak
died!
louder.
Good point.
Why you died from poison?
I didn't get it. I got hit once. Like, literally once. It poisoned me. And then I forgot to heal.
Huh.
So
Dodged
distracted
every
you
single
did
one
help.
of its attacks for 10 minutes or so.
Rita,
Let
you
me
turned it
turn
down. Yeah, you turned it down 20% earlier. Turn it down like 60%.
Okay.
When he was dodging it while you were away as well.
Right. Now it's not capturing any audio. There we
You
go.
sure?
What do you mean?
I am
definitely
sure
hear it on
because there's a
stream.
little bar that wasn't moving.
Ah, fair enough. Then.
I mean,
Okay.
try hitting something.
The problem is that
Alexia can hear the game.
you can hear the game now. Yeah, no, I turned it up slightly again.
No! Alexa, stop.
Alexa, turn me up.
Dear me.
There's a monster.
It's not
Okay, I'm
that
gonna change-
hard to actually change the name for
Hold
it.
on.
It's-
Hold on.
That's fine. Ow.
See, these poor people, they've actually only got, like, you know, a cold or something, and they put their hoodies over their head, and they're looking for their Vicks to just sort of breathe it in, and then you come along and set them on fire.
I do.
Oh my. Alexa's got a
I
rather
do set
naughty
them on
request
fire.
for your Amazon device on the in the chat.
What?
At least they aren't cold anymore. That's true, Alexia.
They're no longer cold because they are now on fire.
Oh, you done very well there, Rida, my lad. Now, you know what to do now. Go out and burn things. Burn them all.
Yeah. Of course.
Why does
Chaplain, sir.
one of my favorite people have to be named Alexia? I don't get it.
So call your thing Echo.
But
Call it
then
Wiz.
it seems more like a thing rather than a person itself.
I'm pretty
Okay,
sure
then
I've
call
heard
it
of
Sarah. What does it matter?
Well, no, you actually do need to give it an on word, and there's only 3 available.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's either the A word Echo or Amazon.
Really? That's stupid.
Well, no, think about it, right? They to train the AI on that, they need to have like dozens of different ways of saying it, dozens of different accents, dozens of different names. It's
Well, you say that,
it's
but I'm pretty sure the
hard.
Google Home one can be used any word.
I will check.
Call your thing but says Alexia.
No, he says that far too often as well.
Call it butt butt.
Oh, we say ass all the time.
Ass.
Yeah, that's my bad.
As an ass. As
Okay,
an ass.
it literally says here, Google does not offer any way to change the wake word for Google Home.
Really?
So it is stuck on OK Google.
Okay, Google.
Hey Google.
Did I just trigger your OK Google?
I don't have one.
Ah.
I don't have any. I can tell you.
I've seen the Google Alexa where you get one to constantly wake the other one up, which I find hilarious.
I've seen a streamer with like 2K viewers go through all of the smart devices names, calling them out.
Well, he just listed them on stream, did he?
Yeah,
Oh, that's cruel.
it is.
Actually, the one that I found hilarious, right, was Burger King. I think it was Burger King did an advert where they basically had the guy on the advert, and I'm sorry to anyone who does have an Alexa as I say this, go, hey Alexa. It was either hey Alexa or okay Google. What's a Whopper? Right? And then the device
They
would
got
then
sued
sort
for
of
that one?
they did, because the device would then call out what a Whopper was based on the Wikipedia page. However, it's a Wikipedia page. So once the internet discovered this, the Whopper was then had its Wikipedia page modified. As Google Home, was it? I knew it was one of the two. But yes, it's the Wikipedia page got modified to something like, you know, a Whopper is 2 slabs of rotten dog filth, you know, suspended in a wheat glutenite processing.
Okay, how do I change this?
You go to the Alexa app.
I'm on the Yeah.
and then you change the wake word.
How do I change the wake word? Where do I change the wake word?
Oh my god, if only on a computer that's just a Google.
No, he has an Alexa, not a Google.
That's true, he's stuck on only Amazon search, whatever that's going to be called.
It's Bing. They're working together with Microsoft.
He's actually being told how to change. He had his Alexa told.
I know.
Fantastic.
It's amazing. Ah! No! 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 Aw, man.
So we're doing the press up still?
Well, that's
Oh no,
done.
you need to name a fish. That was it. You need 2 fishes now.
Okay, Newton, moray eel, doctor fish.
A doctor fish.
Doctor fish, yeah.
Hello, my name is Dr. Fish.
It's an actual fish.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
so
they're
just give me
called
your
doctor fish because they have a scalpel-like fin that they use to defend themselves.
And it's also called a red gara.
Is it?
Yes, apparently. Red gara.
Well, Garas has been known to be red in the past.
I don't like gara. It's coarse, and rough, and it gets everywhere.
Yeah. You got
Sure
it.
does.
Okay, let's go buy some more blood vials because I'm out.
I'm gonna have to mute this chat I'm part of because my god. Yeah.
You're gonna have to mute what?
So
Are they
my friend
still
who,
talking? Oh,
no, my
sorry.
friend who invited me to the Metopia thing, invited me to a Metopia group chat, and it's just turned into a series of filthy GIF images.
I see.
As they do.
As they do. It's like, you know, what is the internet for except to give increasingly filthy GIF images to each other?
The internet is really, really great.
For porn!
I've got a fast connection, so I don't have to wait.
For porn!
I browse all day and night.
For porn!
There's always some new site.
For porn!
It's like I'm surfing at the speed of light.
For porn!
It's a really good song.
Avenue Q, that's a classic.
Yep. Okay, so I don't
Our
think
conversations
10...
have nothing to do with Bloodborne. I find this hilarious.
Well, there's not really much to say at this point because we're fighting the same boss over and over again until I get
Well,
it.
my stream keeps buffering, so I have no idea what's happening.
Well, we were singing about porn.
We were
Well,
singing
that
about
I
porn.
gathered.
What is happening currently is I went back and used all my consumable blood echoes. Got 10 vials, which I deemed not enough. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to go down to the lower area, kill some of these big wolves, the werewolves, and farm some blood echoes.
Werewolf, werewolf. Werewolf.
Okay,
Because I need to
I still can't find it.
Find what? The wake word?
Yeah.
Are you looking at the settings?
Yeah. Okay, open the app.
Go to settings and choose
devices.
device setting. No, settings,
Check
then
all
device settings.
devices. Select spot on general and select. What general? I don't see general.
Which,
Oh,
which
your device. Okay. General.
general device?
General.
Saluted.
Okay, so open the app, open devices, select all devices, and then select your device. Scroll under general and select the wait word.
Hang on, I'm going to look at it on my phone now. Sorry, do you think you're going to beat this wolf?
This one, yeah, easy. You say that. See, I defeated it.
What are these?
What are
No,
those?
I need more heals. So what I'm currently doing is just trolling around this lower area, killing the enemies for some blood vials. See, now there's a guy that's up there. Oh, you really? It hit like the ground behind me. Fine.
Ooh, vampire.
Here we
Vampire? What are you saying?
Okay, I found.
Vampire.
It can be you know what? It can be Amazon, it can be computer, it can be Echo, and it can be Ziggy.
It can be Ziggy.
Ziggy D.
Oh
Kinda.
Jesus.
I don't want it to be Ziggy because Ziggy was a bully.
What?
Which
I had a
Ziggy?
guy in lower grade class named Ziggy, and he was a bully.
There was
Ah.
a guy called Ziggy, and he bullied you,
Yeah,
but his name was Ziggy.
yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. Why wouldn't people tease him for being called Ziggy?
Was he particularly large?
Not particularly. I
Was
guess he
a
was
big-
just cool.
Big dude. He was cool?
It's called Ziggy.
Yeah.
I mean, we think that's cool, but we're nerds.
Yes. And I assume that both of you do know where that's from, right?
No.
That's Ziggy Starlight.
Oh my god. No, it's from
No?
Quantum Leap.
Well, it's Ziggy Stardust, sorry. It's a song by David Bowie.
No, it's from Quantum Leap. The TV show. With Scott Bakula. Lexia, help me, they're young.
Pretty sure there's a song by David Bowie called Ziggy Stardust.
Yeah,
or something.
but
I'm
the
a
reason-
millennial.
I'm a millennial.
Oh no, I went in. I didn't mean to.
Oh, too late.
I'm gonna teleport out.
Go kill it, Rita. We believe in you.
No, I need
Okay.
these.
Now my Alexa should not trigger when I say Alexa. Great. Fantastic.
What was that? I was watching another research video, but yes, we have a Ziggy in Quantum Leap. Quite right. Yes. So, okay. Do you guys know what Quantum Leap is?
Yes.
No.
You don't know. You don't even know. Oh Jesus. Okay. Right.
Quantum Leap was a TV show where every week they went to a different universe and they're trying to get home.
No, a different time.
Was it time?
Okay.
Okay. Right. There was this scientist. Okay. And
I'm pretty sure it was both time and also a different timeline, which is what a different universe is.
the thing is, he had to go there. He was being jumped to that timeline to fix what went wrong. So the timeline was modified, and he was sent there to fix it.
Okay.
Well, except not really sent. He was a victim of this. So there was an experiment that he did, which he shouldn't have done, because they weren't ready for it, and that meant that effectively his consciousness got sent back in time and possessed the body of somebody in that time period. You know, it varied all the time. Sometimes he was, generally speaking, he was, he just jumped into whoever was relevant at the
What am
time.
I
Sometimes,
thinking of?
sometimes he was sometimes he was a woman. Sometimes he was a paraplegic man. Once he was a monkey. That was confusing.
I'm thinking of a
probably.
different show, I think. It was like this group of people. There was like a professor and a young guy and a girl, and they had this
That
device.
sounds like Sliders.
Oh, it was Sliders.
Oh, yep. Alexia confirms also sounds like Sliders.
Okay, so I was confusing Quantum Leap with Sliders.
Yeah. Well, they were on at about the same time.
Yeah, and also very similar concept. Okay, great. The sci-fi show is
mean-
about going to a different world. It's fine.
It wasn't about a different world. It was a different time.
Yeah.
Anyhow, the fact of the matter is, to get back to the
Sounds
Ziggy
basic,
point, a hologram of his best friend was there, and he had a computer called Ziggy. And that's why Amazon chose that name.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we have tons
Yep.
of blood vials.
And yeah, but the main thing I remember is Scott Bakula was in that before he was an Enterprise and destroyed Star Trek. Well done, Scott Bakula.
Flashy Lego brick. What?
Yeah, the
You found out.
Ziggy looked like a flashy Lego brick. It was like the
Oh,
weirdest computer
Okay,
you'd
I
ever seen.
see.
I mean, like, you remember how people used to think computing, what people thought computing would be like in like the 90s. Like, I mean, if you watch any freaking show that sort of imagines computing, like, what was it, Johnny Mnemonic with Keanu Reeves, and it's like, your brain can store up to 258 megabytes, and I'm thinking that is a really low number.
Yeah, definitely way more than that.
Well, no, but that's the thing. Back then, that was like number, but now it's like freaking joke. I mean, come on. In like the past 5 years, we've gone from thinking a terabyte's a huge amount of space to it's barely enough.
That's true.
But Alexia, Comic Sans.
Nothing wrong with Comic Sans.
Comic Sans is the best. I keep telling Tille.
Okay, it's not the best. That's also.
I mean, Seneca.
Okay, so wait, what? Okay, what's the best font then, Rida?
The best font. There is no best font.
Comic Sans creates better memory.
It's
Interesting.
context.
Oh.
It's context sensitive.
No, I mostly didn't get stuck in whatever my work has in its template. Oh, here we go. We're off to fight the beast again.
Yep, but this time I have 20 blood vials, and I'm going to not be poisoned.
I'm sure it's very exciting.
It's
Alright,
super
well,
exciting.
you know the rules if you do get poisoned.
Ah, yeah. The rules is don't die.
There's never time for pirate. I also think wingdings is probably extremely sensitive on when that's necessary.
What?
Oh,
No,
I saw.
there's a very rare occurrence where it's time for papyrus.
I still find it funny.
When you're writing on a papyrus scroll.
Didn't somebody get like a conspiracy theory about wingdings because
sometimes.
like typing in a sentence gave you like two planes and a what do we call it? 2,000 a plane. Yeah, I remember that.
Towels in a plane like on wingdings?
Yeah, it was a conspiracy theory back in 9/11.
Oh.
Yes, people thought wingdings presented it because if I'm using an ad blocker because you have the ad. If you didn't have too many ads, I wouldn't use that. Yeah. If you typed in Q33NY, you got a plane, 2 towers, a skull and crossbones, and the Star of David.
Okay, and what do those letters have to do with anything?
Let's see. Well, the NY would be New York. I don't know. I mean, this is a conspiracy theory. You think it needs to have logic?
I want to be a
The
part
best
of it.
conspiracy theories have a core of truth that aren't the thing they are looking at, but are the thing that makes it sound legit. Okay, maybe less a core of truth and more a shell of truth.
There's nothing wrong with liking the idea of conspiracies. There's something wrong with, like, getting into that full conspiracy theory.
I mean, there are actual conspiracies, but they're
Unless
usually
the
boring.
one that except the one that has the Loch Ness monster trapped in a vault near the Loch Ness lake.
Yes, the Loch Ness monster isn't in Loch Ness. It's underneath Loch Ness, secretly in charge of the world.
No, it's in a vault made by the Americans.
How would the Americans be in Scotland?
To capture the Loch Ness monster as...
I will admit, I do love what the Scottish occasionally do to troll people. Like there was this thing that happened with Trump's golf course where there was a guy who owned a building, and Trump believed it spoilt the view of his golf course because the building was there. So he tried to convince the bloke to sell it. That slow poison's probably about to kill you soon.
I can see now.
Oh,
there
still
it
appears
goes.
to be ticking down. But yeah, so Trump put his point of view. So what he wanted to buy the house to knock it down, and the Scottish bloke was like, "No, it's my house. I don't want to sell it." So Trump, being the fair and reasonable person that he is, thought, "Well, it's a small house. It's not a big deal," and went home. And of course, he decided to spend God knows how much money and build an artificial hillock to obscure the view of the house. Which, of course, then meant that the bloke who owned the house had effectively a giant fake hill next to his house. So, of course, the Scottish bloke thought, well, there's nothing you can do to fight a businessman. And no, I'm kidding again. He erected a 50-foot flagpole and hung the Mexican flag off it because he could.
Well, I died, so
Oh, fish.
Goblin Shark.
Goblin Shark. I believe a Goblin Shark is extinct, is it not, Rida?
It is not.
It is not extinct,
No.
but it was thought to be extinct.
It might be. I'm not sure. Goblin Shark is a very deep sea creature.
In fact, it was located in the
Mariana
Mariana's
Trench.
Trench?
correct whiz.
Yes.
I said it at the same time.
Yeah, but Wiz said
I
it loud.
thought you were going to say something, so I was keeping quiet for you to do the reveal. I
No,
didn't
I
think it
was-
was.
I'm
I think
asking
it wasn't a trivia question.
It's always a trivia question.
Oh, I see.
I am Asmoji, the ancient god of trivia. Behold my 20-sided facts.
20-sided facts.
I love how the co-creator of the Loch Ness photo confessed to how it was faked, and it's legend news. Yeah, that is a. Actually, I've heard an even sadder story on that. Have you heard of the Anika's Cookbook?
I have.
No.
Okay, it was this book basically that was put together of various things you could do to create anarchy, like making homemade napalm and all that sort. It's basically a very brief how-to on terrorism, for lack of a better word.
Right.
The
Not
guy
anarchy,
who
just
made
terrorism.
it, what's it gone? He's realised that he made it when he was young, and it was a fit of pique, and he desperately didn't want to do it. But the thing is, he didn't technically own it. It was owned by his publisher, who's since sold it on several more times. And he's petitioned to have it removed from Amazon and other such places. But yeah, they don't.
Why is it allowed though? Aren't there actual recipes for dangerous chemicals in there?
Yeah,
I mean, you can find those anywhere.
I mean, yeah. If you buy a high school chemistry book, you can make that. You can do that stuff out.
Yeah, I learned how to make gunpowder in
Now, gunpowder is actually pretty hard to
High
make,
school.
even if you have the recipe.
Eh.
Look, you need industrial grades grinding to get the granularity right, or
That doesn't make sense because I mean, people make gunpowder in their homes.
yeah, well, or a lot of fish.
I just remember having to make it because. Of
Oh well, I
D&D.
guess if you buy chemical grade chemicals that are already powdered to dust, then it's fine, right? But I'm talking about if you go get sulfur, saltpeter, and some charcoal from the fire pit.
I shall travel towards the nearest volcano.
To the volcano! Well, there's actually just plenty of places you can buy chemicals and send it to.
Yeah, I
A
didn't
mate of
think
mine
about
made
that.
thermite.
Well, thermite is just like the easiest thing to make. Like,
I know, but there is one thing that you do kind of need to go with it, and that's the ignition thing.
that's-
I think we wound up nicking some magnesium somewhere.
yeah, just like burning magnesium is hot enough and it's pretty easy to get because people use it for powdering their hands. athletes.
I really do
Very
think we're not
focused.
really showing enough concern for Rida and as he fights this monster. I'm
I've
pretty
already
sure
died
it's
3
gonna be fast.
times.
Rida's
and
got
I'm,
it.
I'm not getting close. It's fine the
Nah.
first half, but then when he starts poisoning me, is the problem.
I wonder why it doesn't poison you from the get-go. That's
He-
always one
that's
of
his
the funny.
phase 2.
Yeah, every boss has a phase 2.
It has 3 phases.
Some
starts
even
as a-
have phase 3s.
Yeah, this one has a phase
know.
3.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it has a poison aura in phase 3. Which means if you stand next to it, you get poisoned.
Great.
Well, I guess you're going to upgrade the torch into being a.
I would
long
upgrade it as much
range.
as I can before finishing off this boss.
Well then.
I guess I could go to like another area, like a further on area.
Oh, hello. It says they're doing experimental TV comparing the Big Mac and the Whopper. Experiment 1 was measuring the size. Measurement's not an experiment. You're not. You're even if you're doing it in a lab coat. Very true. Oh, that's another one of my favorite moments in Scrubs is when that lady walks up to JD and the janitor and they're both wearing a lab coat because JD wanted to wear one. And the janitor and she goes, I'm so thankful for all the hard work you doctors go. He goes, oh no, I'm not a doctor. I'm a janitor. And he sort of has janitors still in white coat. Janitors wear white coats, and then he says to both of them, well, the floors are really clean. And Jade's like, I am a doctor, no!
No! Oh man, I was so close that time.
Name that fish. Name that fish.
Hammerhead shark.
Hammerhead shark. Oh god, if you're gonna do all sharks individually, we'll be here all day. Goblin shark, hammerhead shark.
Fine. Different fish. Mackerel.
Do a whale.
A whale?
Well, it's not a fish.
Okay, blue whale.
That's not a fish.
I know, but he said do a whale. I did a whale.
The blue one.
Yeah, blue whale.
You need to start watching Scrubs again. There are certain episodes you can skip. There's a lot of episodes you can skip. It's a terrible thing with TV. It doesn't age that well.
I liked Scrubs a lot when it was on, but when I finished, I was kind of done with it.
I know, but like I say, it's like TV.
It's not very
I mean, if you go back to like some of the original stuff, I mean, like one of the things that got the most laughs was domestic abuse.
Yeah. I mean,
TV's
my
one of those
dad
funny
almost...
things.
Oh.
It has to exist in a vacuum.
My dad almost religiously watches reruns of Married with Children.
Oh God, yeah, that's got terrible messages in it.
God.
I
Yeah, it
know.
does.
And he watches
Well,
reruns of that every day.
The thing is, I actually really like the actor because,
Al Bundy. What is his name?
yeah, Al Bundy. That's the character's name, but yeah, the actor's good.
Yeah, that's what I
There are some fairly
He
problematic.
was also
things
in Modern
Scrubs.
Family, wasn't he?
Yes, he is. That's what I like him from.
Ah.
I like his evolution in Modern Family. I found that quite good.
Oh yeah.
I also like the fact that he's
the-
like a triple black belt in martial arts, which is quite
The
cool.
wife in
does-
Married with Children is Lila from Futurama.
Yep, I remember that
Yeah,
one as well.
no, she's very
They also
prolific.
did
She's
an,
in a bunch of
did an
things.
allegory to it in Futurama.
Yes, when she got when there was that shapeshifter
She got-
alien.
She got
who
kidnapped
pretended
into
to
thinking
be-
that it was her
A Cyclops,
species.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he,
That's
he
back
looked
before she
like
was a mutant.
Al.
Yep.
Yep. Well, she knew she was a mutant. Is a mutant.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the funny thing as well, because it actually turned out, you know, if you look back on it, then her parents are actually in some of the previous mutant episodes, just hanging in the background.
Were they?
Yeah. Oh, which actually is a thing, because the seeing as I'm not going to be there on Saturday, there is a cutscene coming up with this whole train heist. And there is a small bit of that I hope people notice, where basically what I'm going to say is that when you're watching the train heist cutscene, make sure you look to the left of the screen. Not on the train. It'll be in the background, but it'll be to the left of the screen.
In the background, to the left of the screen. Okay.
Yeah.
Sephiroth?
No.
You should send a PM to Sana.
I'll
to
do
make
what
sure
I
I
can.
notice.
Worst comes to worst, I'll clip it and I'll show it to you afterwards.
Okay. Sure.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh dear, Maria's getting a phone call at exactly the right time.
Mute your phone when on stream, Rida.
I'm not. It's not a phone call.
Is it
It's
your
my.
bedtime?
It's an alarm for a
Is
different.
it your...
Time for sleep.
Okay,
It's not.
read the side of the... they redid the pilot episode to... Yes, they did do that, didn't they?
Huh.
Ah, yeah. Yeah. Nibbler. Not Nibbler. Nibbler.
Without the M.
Nimbler. Nimbler.
Well, did they actually redo it like the actual original episode, or did they just do the one where they show Bender's perspective because it turns out he was there?
I'd wager they
Glorious
probably have done
320p resolution.
it.
They
God.
redid the scene.
Completely, huh? Cool. Well, I'm
Yeah,
out of blood vials again.
The number of times they went back to that moment in history, it's like that's almost the nexus of time.
It is,
Like, Nibbler went there, Fry went there, Bender was there a couple of times.
Fry went there twice, actually. Let's see, another fish because I died.
Actually, one of my favorite lines in Futurama, I think, was and now you're trapped in my story, a terrible novel of plot holes and spelling mistakes. The big brain am winning again. Me am the greatest. Now me leave Earth for no reason.
Okay, let's
Oh
see
yeah, Hawking
another.
and Deep Blue were there as well. Oh jeez, yeah, was the Simpsons in the group? No. The What If machine, wasn't it? Yeah. Although let's not forget that What If scenario was only inside the What If scenario of the professor trying to figure out what would have happened if he invented the thing longer.
Yeah.
God, I have too much useless information.
Everybody wants to have invented the thing longer.
Oh God, I've forgotten that Zap Brannigan. That's classic. If you hit the mothership bullseye, the rest of the dominoes will fall like a house of cards. Check. Fantastic. I knew you were going to say that, but it happened in another universe. Yeah, too many universes.
Sunfish.
We should. Someone probably has done this, but we should probably go through Futurama and find out what different universes they're in, because
Timelines? Yeah, there's definitely a timeline, like, thingamabob.
well, the thing is, will the timeline thing work? Because let's not forget, in at least one episode, Fry the Professor and Bender accidentally accelerated through history, like, 3 or 4 times, and it turned out it just kept repeating.
Yeah, no, it's 2 times.
Yeah, and then they wound up in a history in a universe that was 4 feet below where the previous one was.
Yeah. And then they hit
Oh,
themselves.
Jurassic Park.
No, don't remind us of Jurassic Park.
Oh dear. I actually, there's a webcomic I read where one of the characters said, I've been reading up on history, and so far I'm at the 3.5 Seymours, and they're like, what's a Seymour? And it's like, it's a unit of sadness I measured by the episode of Futurama Jurassic Park. Oh, dear me. But yeah, it was. I do think they were forced to retcon that in was it Bender's Big Score, just because. Oh God. And
Oh,
especially
when Fry went back, yeah.
Yeah, especially with the soundtrack. I mean, I will wait forever just to be. I mean, good God.
I mean, in the original timeline, Seymour did stay there forever. But then in
I
the
know.
new timeline, Lars came.
Yes.
So that's a
Well,
better timeline.
Is it a new timeline or? I mean,
Yes.
because they was it a new? It's very hard to tell because like were they modifying the timeline? Were they creating a parallel timeline?
They were creating a parallel timeline.
But if they were creating a parallel timeline, then how did Bender keep turning up in the same timeline?
Because in every conceivable timeline, Bender does that.
That's not even a. Oh dear. This is reminding me of that Simpsons Futurama crossover where they're like sort of, it's like, you came back here in a time machine. Don't be foolish. We simply quantum entangled Bender's internal environment, and from that we're able to send ourselves backwards in time, send ourselves through here via a wormhole. And how did Bender get here? Using a time machine.
Yeah, it's good humor.
I know. So many paradoxes as well. Like in Bender's big score alone, just the sheer factor of, how did the tattoo wind up on Fry's ass? Well, Bender put it there from a dead Fry, and I'm thinking, but how did it get there the first time?
It's a bootstrap paradox. It's fine.
Alexia says, I don't think it's worth overthinking it.
Everything is worth overthinking.
Everything is worth overthinking.
We are nerds. This is our duty.
Our destiny, even.
Dear me.
Please tell us more about your duty as.
Well, it's a hard duty. Sometimes it can be quite long.
Okay, well, I died to a guy I couldn't see because it was smoke. Another fish, huh? Angelfish.
Another fish. Angelfish. And let me guess the next one. Devilfish.
I mean, I guess that's also a fish. Nothing to do with an angelfish.
The whole point of Futurama and time traveling is that it makes no sense of pop, but yeah. Yes, I've the last Disney What If actually had a whole load of time paradoxes. I quite liked when they redid the Time Machine. Like, I can't remember when they did it. It was a fair few years back, but when they actually redid the Time Machine, I thought that was very interesting the way that the Morlock eventually managed to explain it to him. Sort of the reason why you can't save her is because if you saved her, then you never would have been able to go back in time.
Oh, the Doctor Strange What If?
Well, that's the Doctor Strange What If as well, but it's also the plot of the Time Machine. Because he invented
the
Time
Machine, which was a book and then 2 movies.
Yes. Well, yeah. The movies were. She was more than 2 movies. I think it was a few movies.
Is it?
Also, it was more than one book. There was actually a sequel to Time Machine.
Was there?
Yeah. That one got a bit weird because it employed the idea of different timelines. Because when he went back, when he started going back to the future,
Yeah,
when he started going back to the future, and he things happened differently, and it was only because he had a conversation with some people. Time travel is just not a good plan in general.
I'm pretty sure time travel is literally impossible anyway.
Well, I mean, why is it impossible?
Like Sebastian Stan.
Because time isn't a thing that can be traveled in the way that time traveling proposes. If you do that, then light isn't light anymore. It doesn't make sense.
What do you mean light isn't light anymore?
Okay, let's say you travel. Oops. Let's say you travel into the past, right?
Mm-hmm.
If if you were to look, and then okay, let's say you travel into the past, and then you leave yourself a message, and then instead of going into the future, you travel away from that point until like the number of light years until you're back at your original time, and then you look back at that spot, right?
Wait, light years are a matter of distance, not time.
No, the amount of time it takes at light speed, the amount of light year, like, okay, the distance away that light would have taken, the amount of time you went back in the past to reach you again.
I think I know what you're trying to say. I don't understand your.
I am bad at explaining things.
To be fair, you are also trying to play a Bloodborne torture run, which
Yeah,
you know, not
that's
really, we probably should have stuck time to torture regions some more Bloodborne challenge run, also just chatting about random shit in the title, because we have done far more of the latter than the former.
Well, it's hard, okay? I'm doing my best.
Alexa says, "Is this the mirror theory?"
The mirror theory.
I don't, to be honest, now that I've tried to like start explaining it, I'm having trouble remembering all of it.
Let's have a look at what mirror theory.
But the thing is that if you, it causes you to make information travel faster than light by the nature of time travel, which should be impossible by physical laws, something like that.
Well, as in like the whole nothing can travel faster than light.
Yeah.
But that's just a theory. The fact of the matter is we haven't found anything that travels faster than light. That doesn't mean nothing can travel faster.
If something that goes faster than light does exist, then that breaks our understanding of how physics works.
But we have an idea about the tachyon, which we believe can travel faster than light.
No, it travels.
Let's see. Alexa says that the mirror theory is we're putting a mirror 10 light years away and looking at it, the reflection will be 20 years in the past. Yeah, the math adds up.
Yeah.
I actually remember there was another webcomic I read which was quite interesting, where they sort of turned up at this battlefield, you know, like with everything being destroyed. So what they did was they deployed a sensor network 5 light hours away, and then sort of watched the battle from there, which I thought was amazingly intuitive on that front. So, you know, because they could travel faster than light because of whatever reason. And,
Hey, hello, welcome to the torch-ure screen.
Yeah.
It seems very excited to have joined us.
He's very
But
excited.
I stopped messing
So
with
excited.
Sal. It's good, Lord.
Oh, what happened? What did I miss?
Good. Guess who's blessedly unemployed? How briefly? You don't need to shout.
Stop shouting. Also, you're unemployed? What? Did you get fired?
No, I think he's, well, maybe. He works
Did
contracts.
you get fired or did you quit?
I mean, I know he works contracts, but it's currently not the off-season, so he should have a contract right now.
Ooh, yeah. I'm not messing with him. I'm laying the groundwork for war crimes I might want to do later.
Oh my god.
Why must all of your characters in D&D do war crimes? I thought Lilo was going to be different.
Well, Lila wants to, you know, destroy
Was it
the
a
empire
lie?
that
Yeah,
wants
yeah.
to kill her.
Was it
which
all a
by
lie?
that kind of necessitates war crimes.
I thought Steve-like characters were being put on the shelf.
Shelf. Next to the elf?
So, you know, actually, I do have an answer, by the way. Sal made a question of why do we continually question something that he says isn't possible. It's because he says it isn't possible. That's why we question it.
I'm just... Is this about Sal's game?
Yeah, there's a lot of chatter in the waning world.
Yeah,
Oh, well, I was there like, for most of it until the stream started.
There's even more now.
I see.
Yeah.
Just finished the contract, and jurisdiction stuff means I've got to go to another contractor.
Nice.
Yeah, like you're just between. It's not so much employed as you are between roles. Yeah, I know.
I'm
that
just-
sort of thing.
The
Actually,
way
technically, I'm in that
I
situation
tried to
right now.
explain it to Sal was that he's trying to make us play a game we don't have the rules to, but I don't think he understands. And then Ali started typing, didn't post anything, and Sal changed the topic. So that's when I stopped talking, because I was kind of scared of me having accidentally stepped on toes.
Yeah. I'm not working. Don't take this from me. Okay, fair enough. Go get drunk and high. Do it for us, Yaya. We believe in you.
Yeah, or maybe you can get sober and low.
Alright, so, odds on, is Rida going to be able to kill this thing?
No.
Oh, right, apparently
I
Sal
believe
just
in
was
you,
on the
Rida.
phone and Ali was logged in. That's why that typing happened, Rida.
Oh, okay. That scared the shit out of me, by the way. Because I'm so afraid of like triggering some kind of manic and or depressive episode on accident.
Ali's tougher than she looks.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
know, not Ali, Sal.
Oh, right, yeah, well, no, he's not. Ooh.
Sal is weaker than he looks. Specifically, we have
This
noticed.
is being recorded.
Sal, I hope you're not here. We love you.
Well,
you
I
are
do
here.
love you. Seriously, Sal, I do love you, but don't tell me that you don't agree with me.
Concentrate on killing the monster.
Trying to poison me again, and I don't have the antidotes.
I wonder why it's called an antidote. Why not an anti-poison?
Well, look it up.
That's true.
I think it might have been colloquializing of anti-dose, anti-poison dose, maybe.
But why is there a T instead of an S?
Yeah. Why indeed?
Reverse agent. Did you want to touch antidote etymology? I got to use. I was watching. I was spoiled by having all the etymologists we know.
But if
Apparently it means given against.
Oh,
Medicine given as a remedy. What if anti came from it? Oh wow, that's true. I mean, what if it is that way around?
ow! And the good thing about being poisoned is that you can't poison you if you're poisoned. Because you're already poisoned.
Odd logic, but I'll go with it. No, Alexia really has just blown my mind, and that is true. What if... Because
No,
I mean...
anti is like Greek or Latin or something. That means the opposite.
Well, yeah, but apparently, like, antidote came from the Greek term, given as remedy, so given rather than the opposite of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
On my mind too.
I mean, it is true, because I mean... Oh, what? He's angry.
Yeah, this is the final phase.
Stop crushing Alexia's dreams, Rita. Let this thing crush yours. What is it called?
my-
Called, by the way, because the coffee cup just
Something with
Yeah, the veg beast.
It's the Bloodstar Beast. Wait, there's a coffee cup?
Like,
well,
it's pretty
the
much.
avatar
Oh,
anyway.
Wiz's avatar.
Yeah.
It's the Bloodstar Beast, which is because he didn't drink enough blood. And his mommy is very sad that he didn't drink his blood. What is it doing? Oh, it's doing another explosion. I'm not sure why it does that. Maybe it needs to refresh its all around.
Maybe wants to hit you.
Well,
The
it
one that
didn't do
always
it near
confuses
me.
me is the one that's always interested me is flammable and inflammable.
They're both the same thing.
Don't worry, it's inflammable.
Inflammable means flammable? What a con-
What a country.
I think Dr. Nick also said that.
That mean that? Yeah, of course I was going to say that. But why is that the case?
I did it! Fuck yes!
Oh god.
He's excited.
Good job, Rita. You can't see it yet, but good
Yay.
job.
Success. and then
That
he
feels
died.
good. It's fine.
I love this sort of success.
Hey there,
Oh, my-
Dave. I should. Yeah,
Dave.
well, I was out of blood vials. I would have died. There's nothing I could have done there. I do have to now walk back to that spot, so.
Butts and praise the sons in chat for Rida. Hi, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Dairy me.
Everybody said that. I did it, though. I can't heal. There's no. Oh, actually, he dropped some blood vials, apparently. I have 6.
So you
Well,
could have
I'm-
healed and not
I
died.
could have healed. I was.
Uh,
Literally, I had my eyes closed in relief. Oh well, it's fine. I just walk back there, and my loot will be on the floor.
see, this is one of the things that doesn't make
Oh,
this
it is
game-
my reserve stock, Alexia. You know it. I did only have 0. This is my reserve stock. Alexia's right. See, Alexia is so much better at this game than you two.
Well, I've never played this game, so clearly.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
We're here to distract you and mock
I
you
didn't
when you
die.
lose.
Oh, I did die after
die.
killing the boss. So I guess I have to say another fish.
Stop
Monkfish.
crushing my
crushing my
dreams
dreams.
ass. What did I do?
You obviously crushed your dreams.
Because I was praising her for being good at the game, and then you were crushing that dream.
Fair enough. I have laid my dreams
Go away!
beneath your feet.
Amazing. Now this is my it doesn't do it with all of the items, just with the blood vials and the bullets, but it will restock from your stash.
Ah.
What was that one? I have laid my dreams at your feet. Yes, but I, being poor, have only my dreams. I'll spread my dreams under your feet. Tread softly, because you tread on my dreams.
All right.
Name that film.
No idea.
No idea? Oh,
Dungeons and Dragons movie.
no. Though there are several Dungeons & Dragons movies.
I meant the one with the golden dragons that was literally about nothing Dungeons and Dragons-y.
Ooh, and Jeremy
The one
Irons.
with the golden dragons?
The one
Oh,
with
no.
Jeremy Irons.
Yeah, that didn't have golden dragons. That had red dragons.
There was this Dungeons and Dragons movie. It was about this queen that had a scepter that controlled the golden dragons.
So not
Um,
with Jeremy Irons.
And then the scepter gets stolen, and the main characters are like an adventure group that needs to go into this
Oh.
weird ass dungeon to get the scepter back.
See, I think
As-
you are
As
talking about that one?
you need to give the quote again.
Oh, right, sorry. Well, technically, the quotes from Yeats, it features heavily in the film, but it is but I, being poor, have only my dreams. I have spread my dreams under your feet. Tread
Welcome
softly, because you
home.
tread on my dreams.
Very well.
And Rida, I think you've somehow managed to combine. You've made a new plot to the D&D film because
May
You're
Oh,
quite right,
did I
there
combine
was-
2 movies in my head? I have done that
think
before.
you may have done. 'Cause you're quite right. In the D&D film with Jeremy Irons, who ate the scene like a man, like a manic
Mhm.
person. No idea, but I think he was an Aragon.
It was
That was
not
actually
Aragon.
from Equilibrium, the film. The one with the no emotion. Was Jeremy Irons an Aragon?
Okay.
Jeremy
So, back to
Irons
the-
was Braun.
For just a second,
Oh,
we
yeah.
can go back to the game because interesting things are starting to happen now that the boss is dead.
Okay.
Because the boss is dead, a door has opened. Why? Never explained.
John
John
Malkovich.
Malkovich.
You mean inside John Malkovich?
John
Oh,
Malkovich was an Aragon?
was he? I thought when you
don't know.
said it was John Malkovich, I thought you meant the movie Inside John Malkovich.
No, that wasn't inside John Malkovich, it was being John Malkovich.
Oh, I think that's the one with the hole in the kitchen that goes into John Malkovich's head.
Yeah. That's weird.
It was definitely
Okay.
Jeremy Irons in Aragon, but I don't know about John Malkovich.
Okay. Anyway, this door in the game, you'll see it in a few seconds here. That door is now open with an elevator behind it.
Aragon made?
John
Hold
Malkovich
on,
was
Rita.
an Aragon. Apparently he was Galabortrix.
Oh god.
Oh.
Hey!
Galabortrix.
Oh, but Jeremy Irons in D&D film,
that's
he
the
ate the
mentor,
scenery
right?
like a man possessed. Ooh, chest.
Formless Erden.
Oh, I thought that would be a mimic. I was so hoping.
There are no mimics in Bloodborne.
Okay, but what was I saying? Yeah.
So both Jeremy Irons
And John Malkovich were in Aragon, yes.
yeah.
Although I think John Malkovich was in it for like 30 seconds as that. It probably would have been a bigger role if they'd gotten the other books, but
And I'm back.
I mean, I've read Aragon and I've watched Aragon, and I mean,
Aragon, the books were not great.
The books weren't fantastic, but the books was better than the film, which is
Oh,
saying
100%.
something.
Well, the first book was okay, and I can see why, the publishing house or whatever saw potential in this guy. But all the books after were just like such low plot, weird
Well,
wish
the thing
fulfillment
is-
bullshit.
If I remember that the film came out, ooh, good lord, that's a Gatling gun.
It is a Gatling gun.
Yeah, the film came out when there were only 2 books out, I think.
Well, no, but the film also came out in the middle of that whole Hunger Games spike, where
Oh
like
god, yeah.
every young adult novel. I mean, this way you got Divergent from, and all these other things. Divergent still makes no sense to me as a plot.
It doesn't make sense. It's a very
Hello,
blatant
children.
rip-off.
Hello, children. Here are your choices. You can either join the people who have fun all the time, or join the people who take care of elderly people for the entirety of their lives. Oh, you're going to the people that have fun all the time. Oh. And also, if they're supposed to be the police force, why don't they police?
Of course they don't police. They don't need to police.
Dave says Rida casually killing people in wheelchairs.
He doesn't enjoy
He
doing
was
that.
shooting at me with a Gatling gun, Dave.
Well, not at the
Yeah,
time
yeah.
you killed him.
Just explain yourself.
Well, of course
Okay.
not. I was behind him, so he couldn't hit me with the Gatling gun.
They were love bullets. Yes, I agree, Alexia. Now, I'm moving backwards now because I didn't mean to do that. The plot of the Dungeons and Dragons film. Okay, so
Oh, right.
right. Okay. So there is a queen who has a scepter that controls either golden or brown dragons. I always thought they were brown, but I guess they could have been golden.
I thought they were. golden.
Could be golden. Who knows? Jeremy Irons is playing like the Grand Vizier, so of course he's evil. And he believes that he should be in charge of the scepter because the queen is a weak girl. Yay, feminism!
Feminism, ho!
And there's a massive separation between mages and peasants. And like mages are extremely, they're rich and nobles, and everyone else is shite. The usual thing that happens. Anyhow, in order to try and prevent the queen from being, if the queen does have to give up the scepter, one of her trusted allies, a mage, finds out that there's another scepter which controls. Oh, there's another guy in a wheelchair trying to kill Rida. But it keeps respawning. But what was it? Yeah. One of her trusted ally finds out that there's another scepter that controls red dragons. And of course the Grand Vizier finds out about this, and he's like, "I want that scepter," blah blah blah, and sends his enforcer off to get him, but not before sticking some kind of alien life form inside the guy's head. Either
Dungeons
way,
and Dragons and aliens?
I know it's probably some kind of abyssal creature. It meant that
Wait,
it
wait, wait,
lived
wait,
inside
wait,
his
wait.
brain, and it meant
Back
that he
up.
could read memories.
Did you say brown dragons?
Could have been brown, yeah.
That's not a type of dragon.
No, in D&D, quite right. Do you really think the people who made the D&D film had any consideration for Dungeons and Dragons at all?
I mean, no, but you could have at least said brass or something.
Yeah, again, it's Hollywood. Okay, I'm gonna just reference one film which represents how little appreciation Hollywood has for original source material. Who here's seen The Last Airbender film?
Me.
That
No,
that
I haven't, actually. I know about it, and I know it's awful,
No, you don't know it's awful. Until you've seen it, you don't know it's
Bro,
awful.
What are you guys talking about? There is no Last Airbender movie.
Yeah.
there is no Last Airbender movie in
I love
say.
Alexia's statement. I tried to watch it.
I saw it in theaters when it came
Oh,
out,
you poor boy.
and for about 3 seconds after the movie was over, I was like, "That was okay, right?" And by the time I was at my bike, I was like, "It was so bad. It was so bad."
I mean, like, who
The
wouldn't
effects
like to
were
hear this?
decent.
No, actually they weren't.
No.
They were awful.
Who wouldn't want to hear the story of Ung, Kotara, and Soka?
They didn't even get the names right,
Which is terrible.
which
'cause
is
it's
the
not like there's a
minimal effort you
mistranslation.
can have.
It's not like there's a mistranslation. It was already spoken in English. And just the sheer ludicrousness of, I didn't want to watch the TV series because I thought it would disrupt my artistic integrity. Oh, go shove your head up your ass.
Yep.
I mean,
Shyamalan!
damn
also-
you!
They also like switched around things unnecessarily, changed powers and others
I
and
think the thing
story
that
beats.
still, the thing that still just rams into my throat is, we have a group of powerful soldiers who can manipulate the earth. Where should we stick them? A quarry.
In the show, they were on a metal barge in the middle of
Yeah,
the
we
ocean
know.
where there
No,
was
it
no
wasn't-
rock.
It wasn't a barge. It was an oil rig. It was flat. Well, no, it was a rig of some kind. But yeah, it was. And the only rock they had, they brought. Why would you bring coal? Find a
Because-
different. You make fire. Why did you need a?
Well, I think that at the time their machines were all steam coal powered.
I don't even know what machines they had on that oil rig. But I mean,
And just in
no
general,
offense.
the
The Fire Nation does use a lot
Fire
of coal for
Nation-
their
yeah, they use all
artillery.
the steam machines.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is, like, in order to do steam, what you need is heat. You don't need coal, and they can make heat.
Well, the firebenders in the show, at least, were always portrayed as elite soldiers, and most of the soldiers didn't actually firebend.
I'm no. Actually, that was another terrible thing about the film, where it's like sort of just the sheer ludicrousness of the factor of in the film the oh, you dead? Oh no, you're
Yeah.
alive. In the film, firebenders couldn't just make fire on their own. They had to manipulate it from somewhere else. And then there's that scene where they literally go, "We must douse all the flames," and then it cuts to a great panning shot, and like, I mean, I counted over 100 fires, and that was before I gave up. It was just douse all the fires, except these.
Yes.
We can't douse the fires, I need
did
them.
nothing, and I was still disappointed. Alexia says that was Stockholm syndrome right there on your viewing of the movie, Rida. And Big Dave says, I have seen it, but I saw the film years ago and only recently watched the series, so was not bothered by it. Lucky.
Why would
Very
you watch
lucky.
the film if you hadn't seen the series? That's a bit of a weird one.
Maybe dragged along with someone, but
I have heard that Shyamalan did approach about making the Korra, a Korra film.
Why? He
What?
didn't even finish the first trilogy.
Oh, because this new trilogy gets to restart it and crap on it from the beginning.
this time I have actually watched a few episodes of the show.
Yes,
Don't worry.
I'm very
All
much
of
so
the-
making.
All the
I'm
bad
enjoying-
ones.
I want to make the new series about the legend of Katara. Korra? Oh, Korra was her name. Yes, that's it.
You know what-
Actually,
you know what's,
Legend of Korra makes more sense to translate.
I actually
to,
learned a little new bit of
to a
trivia.
movie. Because most.
Hang on, read
Sorry.
to learn trivia. I'm intrigued.
Yes.
I learned a bit of new
Tell us
trivia
about the
about
trivia.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Go on.
So, Aang's mentor figure, monk Gyatso,
Yes.
yes. We never learn his first name within Avatar: The
Well, it was
Last
Master
Airbender.
Monk Gyatso, wasn't it?
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but that's not his
Master.
name. That's
Capital
his
M.
rank. Anyway, in the sequel series in Korra, he has named all his children after his after the most important people in his life, right?
Uh,
And he names his first kid Tenzin.
so you think it might be Tenzin Gyatso?
That's the name of the Dalai Lama,
Oh.
Huh.
Tenzin Gyatso. Yeah. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Mhm.
I do wonder what's going to happen with the Dalai Lama. It's a strange
He'll
thing.
die and reincarnate. That's what's been happening for
No, he
2,000
said that
years.
he might not.
He said he might not.
Well, the thing is this, right? According to the religion of it, the Dalai
He-
Lama.
He might
There's two
achieve
kinds
Buddha,
of
I
people. There's two people
suppose.
who reincarnate. There's the Dalai Lama, and there's basically a second in command,
Mhm.
who has a name, but I've forgotten it. I wasn't expecting to
You
have to
mean
remember this.
identifiably reincarnate?
Well, as in, basically, what happens is the Dalai Lama has to find. So when the Dalai Lama reincarnates, he is found,
Delsim Lama.
or identified or whatever, by this other person, this
Daisym Lama or something like that.
yeah, something along those lines. And then obviously because the Dyson Lama then dies, then he is found. Then they are found by the Dalai Lama, and so on and so forth. But the issue is that the individual who was identified to be the reincarnation of the Dasin Lama or whatever it was, I believe was like kidnapped by the Chinese.
Oh yeah, he was. I remember this
Oh.
now.
And
Chinese didn't want
and also the Chinese did a sort of like a 10,000-year-old Buddhist ceremony where they was it Buddhist? No, not Buddhist. No, they are Buddhist. I forget. They did a 10,000-year-old ceremony where they basically anointed their own Dalai Lama. So, yeah, either way, the Dalai Lama has kind of said that because
Why are they
He won't-
so set on being complete jerks?
Because they're Chinese.
hey, that's racist.
I mean,
That-
yeah. That is racist.
Well, I mean, the government of China are just awful people.
They really are. Okay, there we
But-
go. And then we open this gate, and we have now done that little bit of area.
Alexia says, yeah, I'm Chinese, and I agree.
That was one of the
I mean,
reasons
that's
why I
it,
didn't
right?
really want to rag on the Chinese heavily as well. But
Well, you're
yeah,
from Hong
it's-
Kong, aren't you? That's not what we meant.
But no, it's yeah, he has made a statement several times that if he can't guarantee that the other reincarnated person will be able to find him, then he might choose just to not reincarnate.
Well, wouldn't he, like, be guaranteed to reincarnate unless he achieved, was it Nirvana?
Enlightenment.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe he has. I mean, this goes into the level of spirituality here. It's like sort of, it's like, well, why does it reincarnate? And I mean, is it a choice? Has he always been choosing to come back to help lead the people?
Maybe.
Oh, interesting. Apparently in 2019 he said that after his death he is likely to be reincarnated in India, and any Chinese interference in succession should not be considered valid.
I mean, that seems more logical.
But again, the question becomes, how does one find him?
Oh no, it's a sack man!
It's a
It's
sack.
a sack man.
souped up. Yeah, but they're really dangerous. They will probably kill me in one hit.
Awesome.
And-
Let's have that fish fact ready.
Well, the thing is, if he does, then he won't kill me. He'll bring me to the jail. And it's sad. Ow!
Wait, so he won't kill you in one hit? He'll take you to jail in one hit?
It's a police officer.
He's not a police officer. He's a kidnapper. The jail's defunct.
Well, Sparky
Okay.
says a lot of weird things here. He said that he might reincarnate into an already living person. He was considering a woman last I checked. I really doubt that, given some of his views on women.
Just gonna not.
They're
fight
not
him.
that progressive. They're considering the approval of traditionalism is
Consolidating.
consolidating the approval of traditionalism. It's classic fascism. Classic fascism. Unlike this new fascism we've got nowadays.
Yeah. New fascism is
Wait,
decentralized. What
did
to do?
fascism change?
Yes,
Well,
it did.
it claims to have.
No, it actually did.
Italianized
It used to have a very strong leader thing to it. And then they went
What?
decentralized on the internet, and that's why they're so hard to stop now.
Wasn't actually fascism wasn't an interesting thing before World War II like properly kicked off, because like across the whole of Europe fascism was rising. Like there was a British fascist party, there was an Italian fascist party, there was a French. I mean every political system had a fascist party, and it was going up quite heavily. And then World War II happened, and the Nazis appeared, and abruptly, like, you know, you definitely didn't want to be called a fascist. That's. I mean, that's just that's the interesting thing about words, really, because what was it like? Yeah, before 9/11, I remember that Russia was having this issue with like not insurgents or something. They were called like rebels or something like that in a certain nation. I forget which nation it was. It might have been Georgia. Actually, it probably was Georgia.
No.
Yeah, that they were having an issue with Georgian rebels or something like that.
Oh, I heard
And
the devil went down there.
well, that's a different Georgia. Yeah. So the Russians were having an issue with Georgian rebels, and they were getting huge amounts of pressure from everyone, especially especially the Americans, to stop interfering with Georgia. Then 9/11 happened, and then abruptly the Russians stopped referring to them as Georgian rebels and started referring to them as Georgian terrorists. And then America stopped interfering. Because to speak out against them would be to say that you were pro-terrorism, and that basically after 9/11 is a death sentence in American politics.
Yep.
Well, American politics isn't really stable enough to have any kind of serious conversation about right now, anyway.
Oh, which political system is stable nowadays?
None of them.
I
Nope.
wish. So now my next question becomes: do I suicide to the bagmen to go to that area, because that's the only way to get there?
It's the only way to get there?
Yep. Well,
What if
later
you
in the
killed
game.
the
you
bag-
go
Do
there.
you need something from there?
Well, there's upgrade materials there.
What if you killed the bagman, then dressed up as him, and then went there?
I don't think
This
he needs
isn't
his
Hitman.
outfit. I don't think his
Why
outfit
not?
is obtainable. Ah! He did his suck move.
Did it suck?
His suck move.
Suck moves, the most powerful move in history.
It's just that at this point in the game, they have so much.
I don't know.
And
I
it
think
hits
it's
so
pretty
hard.
sucky.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum. Pow! That's weird. He'll be here all week, people, because we
And he buffs
can't
himself
get rid of him.
further.
Try the lobster.
Oh, and then he
Lobster,
jumps
oh, no.
like all across the world. You fight this guy. Rival factions. So they won't actually fight, even though they are actually rival factions. The bagmen are allied with Mensis. And these guys with the lanterns are, and this one with the sign, they are directed by the main church, which is still under control by the choir. Oh, So I could right now defeat the next. The next boss is open to me, but I'm gonna do a side area because that area has a bunch of upgrade materials that I think will make the boss a lot easier. And the boss of that area actually gives the rune action to me. Basically rain slots for this guy. Oh man, these things it's so hard.
I'm gonna be right back.
Oh, hurry along.
He was saying he was like really tired and wanted to go to bed, but he's been hanging around anyway.
Well, you know, he's here to support you through your trials and tribulations.
Fair enough. Oh, good. Drip some blood cells for me. Yeah, you too. Excellent. Where's this guy? Okay, so. There is a giant up there. Oh, there he is. Hello. There's also this
I
guy.
wonder what the giant's name is.
He's friendly. Last name Green. No, he's definitely not friendly. No Green. He's definitely very late and very angry. I go through. Ah. Is this? No, it's just nuts. What is this? It is nuts. I don't know what it is. Oh well. Hello. So yeah, now we have 3 options. You come up here, these big doors lead to the next boss. Ow.
You think you can beat him?
Hmm?
You think you can beat him?
It's a girl. No.
You think you can beat her?
No.
You trying to escape him because you escaped from the guys with the giant sticks?
The sticks,
Oh,
yeah.
yep. I've been told by 2 people now about my assumption of the gender norms of the person. Ah, dear.
What did? Yeah,
They really need to have an.
I think the Awakened technically count as NB by default. What? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Oh no! Fuck.
You alright?
So in the original design works, they were holding crucifixes. Yeah, that's no longer a thing. I'm fine. I was just looking at the chat, and then they came up behind me.
As they do.
Is he still gonna? Is he not gonna retreat? Go away. Go away.
Maybe if you ask him nicely.
Go away. Okay, so this next area has like 1 million dogs and 2 million guns, or gunmen anyway. So what I'm going to do is skip
Shoot
it by
them all?
running. No! Why would I do that? I have a subpar weapon. Yeah, no, the next big boss is Amelia, first vicar. First as in...
Yeah, I hardly know her, but
she's the first vicar as in she's the leader, the highest vicar, not so much, wait, is it the first? Is that what her name is? Is it the last? The last vicar? And is,
sounds like an important distinction, really.
well, there's definitely Lawrence the first vicar, I think.
Oh, hello, I've been asked for a space fact.
You have been asked for a space fact.
I've been asked for a space fact. I'm not sure if we can make a space fact on this side.
You make it a
Oh, this
space
is
time.
This is the terrifying thing, right?
I die.
There's so much to think about space. Let's see.
Caught.
Oh, you need the name of COD. You're using COD this early on.
Gaia says black holes.
Black holes.
What about a white
Okay.
hole?
Well, black holes. Black holes are very fascinating, fascinating things. So, now, as we all know, a black hole effectively is a gravitational sinkhole. Its gravity is so strong that even light can't escape it. And the reason for this is because the matter in it has been squeezed into a tiny space, and that generally happens when a star is dying. The matter continues to collapse on itself, forming an incredibly intense gravitational pull, so strong that, as I say, even light cannot escape. Now, size is a relative term because the black hole itself, its size is more determined by how the area it can affect rather than the actual physical size, so its gravitational attraction.
Size is literally 1.
The largest black holes, as those of you who are fans of the band Muse may know, are called supermassive black holes. And those black
Look,
holes
there's now
are so
ultra
huge.
and hypermassive black holes as well.
Look, I'm doing the space facts, you do the fish facts.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
sorry.
But yes, those masses have. Also, you should be playing the game rather than doing space facts.
I am.
Yeah, badly. But
This is
yes,
going
either way,
incredibly slowly.
supermassive black
So
holes
early on.
have masses that again exceed 1 million suns in terms of mass, but the actual area in which they are is much smaller. And they're called black because obviously the gravity is so strong that all the lights get pulled in there. But so what you actually see around a black hole is a ring of light. And inside the middle of that is this plane of matter called the accretion disk. Those are the things that you can actually see. The actual black hole itself is just a gravitational effect. And for all of those wondering, our sun will never become a black hole. It's just simply not big enough.
It'll become a white dwarf.
That's the aim, yeah. So once it goes for its full life cycle, turning into a red giant, it will shed out its outer layers and turn to a white dwarf, but the Earth will be long gone before that happens.
Oh, I missed a space fact.
You did.
Oh,
Oh, that strikes me as being your fault.
I do think it's your
I needed water.
Well, you could have gotten
fault.
water
Nobody
any
needs
time.
water. You're already made out of so much water, mate.
I replaced most of that water today.
I highly doubt that.
Man likes his water.
Ugh.
Fair enough. Those are very interesting. They're one of the few things in the universe where you can, with physics, to create energy out of, well, the black hole, but seeing as you can't get energy out of it in any other way, you're basically getting free energy.
They're often confused with wormholes as well. People think that if you go into one, you might come out somewhere else. There's, again, zero evidence that's going to happen.
No, if that was the case, then there would be white holes around that were spewing out the things that were going into the black hole on this side.
Rita, can you have a look at the work talk?
Okay.
Work talk.
Oh yeah, sure. I don't know if I have your little face on.
Yeah, it's currently not set up, but you're definitely welcome if it's okay.
Yeah, you're
with
welcome
Rita.
to come in here.
I'm fine.
Yeah. As long as you don't mind your face not being set up.
I am absolutely devastated by not having my beautiful face distracting me along with my voice because I didn't mute the stream. There we go.
You have a beautiful face.
I
You should
have.
use it.
He
You
does
should
when
show them.
Sana draws it.
It's John Cena.
Da-na-da-da-na.
Do-do-do. But yeah, the old white hole theory is actually kind of interesting because that was an old theory back before we knew about Hawking radiation. We knew that all this mass and energy were going into black holes, but they weren't growing right for them. So it had to be coming out somewhere, we thought. Well, you talked about it, and I'm expanding. There we go.
Expanding.
Yeah.
Positing.
But yeah. So, what's actually happening is there is this mysterious radiation that I don't know how it works, but it can somehow escape black holes, and they put it out at their poles, I think.
It's not mysterious.
I don't understand how energy can escape.
Okay, so
I have
this
no
is how
idea
it
how that
works,
works.
right? On the quantum level, like the very, very smallest level, there's this thing called the quantum foam. And what it is basically constantly, there are, just by pure probabilistic chance, energy particles being created all the time. However,
Matter and antimatter pairs, yeah.
they always become a pair. They're always a pair of negative and positively charged, so they annihilate. Meaning that in total, you'll have 0 extra energy. However,
And that's
this
why
also,
it still obeys law of conservation, yeah.
yes. At the edge of a black hole, this also happens.
Oh, and
one
like
of
one
the
goes into the
pair-
black hole and one doesn't.
Yes. If you are
Oh.
incredibly lucky, and one of the pair has the momentum to escape, while the other one is going the direction where it doesn't have the momentum to escape, then it leeches some of the energy from the black hole to actually create the particle that escaped for real. And that is how Hawking radiation bleeds black holes dry.
Okay. And the antimatter that gets sucked in would annihilate at the singularity, maybe, possibly, because physics works different there.
No, it doesn't have to. Because that, like, it doesn't exist. Anything in a black hole is beyond probability and being.
Well, as far as we know.
Okay, yeah, well, there's no way of knowing what you just said is how it works, because we can do some math, but that's literally it.
Okay. I learned something today. I'm a little bit brighter than I was this morning.
Well, man,
That's-
matter antimatters are terrifying in some ways, because owing to the theory, there should be an equal amount of antimatter to the matter there is in the universe. But if that's the case, then surely the universe will eventually one day destroy itself.
He-Man.
Yeah, there's a very
And
small
he-
amount extra positive matter, otherwise it would have destroyed itself right after the Big Bang. Which it clearly didn't, because we're here. So either that antimatter is in a big blob somewhere, slowly eating away at the universe, or somehow there was a imbalance in that initial creation.
You can also put energy into matter or antimatter and create imbalance that way. Because the energy can transfer from one to the other. And yeah.
I hadn't heard that one, but maybe. Sounds
I hadn't heard
good.
somebody yell screaming, it burns.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. If you
Well, I was
have
hitting them with a torch, so.
If you have an electron and an anti-electron, and the electron is
Positron.
carrying all this energy, let's say it's really hot, and
Electron
the
has
other
exactly
electron-
1 electron of energy.
No, they can have more or less. They can have different speeds. They can have. I don't know if they have
Alright.
temperature actually, but they can have different speeds.
They can have different spin. That.
And yeah, so you can make it so that they do annihilate, but the energy that was existent before continues on.
Yeah, but at the scale we're talking about, that shouldn't. It should still average out to nothing.
In the quantum foam stuff, it does, because they can't get that energy imbalance, or probably can't get that energy imbalance in the time between they split and annihilate. But we're talking early universe here, where everything's saturated with energy all the time.
That's true. Alright. I mean, I just watch, space videos on
Kurtzgazat.
YouTube.
I am literally just reciting Kurtzgazat almost verbatim.
Kurzgesagt.
I think I was still close. That's not bad for an American.
You guys
don't
can't
put
pronounce the
Americans
G
down.
properly.
I will do nothing but. We are in a state
Kurzgesagt.
now.
If Sana was here, she would probably yell at me for still not saying it right, although I'm very close.
I am not going to try to out German a German. No.
I'm not German, I'm Dutch. She's German.
Then why do you live in Dutchland?
Because you're a troll. Stop it. So, interesting thing
Never.
about Bloodborne. This entire area is called Hemwick Charnel Lane. And this area here, the stables, also known as Hemwick Saddle World.
Is that where they keep the horses?
Yeah, look, there's a horse.
It's
It's
already been
dead.
done by the mafia.
Anyway, in the very
That's not in my
earliest
bed.
versions of this game, you started here in the stable. You made your character, and the story was you had arrived in the stable, and that's where you started. And then you had to make your way out of Hemwick, the other way, or go deeper into it. Although that was the harder path, just like the catacombs or whatever in Dark Souls 1.
You have to go deeper.
So
I'm
you go
kinda
back
glad
this
that they
way,
made-
all the way back to Yharnam from here.
I'm kind of glad that they made Bloodborne just... It feels like it's a little bit more linear than Dark Souls, where you can't just immediately fuck off into, like, the worst part. You do have to go through some areas first, and you're somewhat
The
built up
only
before
way,
you
the
can
only
just take
game where you can
Oh.
fuck off immediately into the worst part is Dark Souls 1.
It's the only one
One
I've
of
ever
my
played.
favorite Dark Souls playthroughs is doing as few bosses as possible.
So that's
That
basically
sounds
what I'm
hard.
doing here, mostly. I'm
No, you
doing
can
one extra
basically
boss.
just do the gargoyles and Quilana. No, not Quilana.
Really?
Still have to
Quelaag.
f- Quelaag, and you also still have to get all the souls. Unless
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you mean with skips.
Well, you can skip like Taurus Demon, you can skip Capra Demon, you can skip
Grandpa!
Gaping Dragon. Grandpa, no!
Yeah,
wasn't
poor
very
dragon.
happy.
They're so gaping.
All these blood gems that I
Gaping
can't
dragon.
use.
You know, that's gonna be my next stage name.
Gaping dragon.
Yeah, I'm stealing it from Wiz.
Oh, not gaping
I'm
grandpa.
coming
You're
for your
stealing-
audience.
You're stealing it from.
No, I know what you should be, Yaya.
Mhm.
Dotsy.
Goatee
Yeah, but
dragon?
then how am I gonna compete with Godzilla?
Well, that's a different kind of D.
Not when it's Wiz. I'm referencing Wiz's career progression. Check out the clip if you haven't, by the way.
I'm
I
not a
do
dragon.
love that career progression. Fired from the police,
was
hired
very
by
good.
strippers, turns into Godzilla.
But I don't think anyone is currently watching that hasn't seen it.
Yeah, you know, VOD.
Ah, true, VOD. So we're on the roof now. And now
I'm
we're
so interested to find out who our VOD boys are, because we have a bunch. We have a lot of people who like watching our stuff,
Oh my
like not live.
fudging buckets in a eels.
We'll get like 50, 70 views on our videos, and I want to meet them. Who are you? I'm so curious.
Turns
Who
Hello.
out
are they? Where did they
it's
come
all
from?
Yaya. Secretly does it in his sleep, and he's like, must watch these videos.
Ah, fuck.
That's how I'm learning about Twitch.
Unless it's our current followers who are just not live for the streams but watch our VODs. Nobody else is following. We rarely get followers when we're off stream.
So we do get them though. We have some.
Most of the followers
I
seem to
don't know.
come
I
when
feel
people
like
raid us.
I don't want to chase down the VOD boys. I want the VOD boys to come to me.
Fair enough.
I mean,
Sounds
they're
this is
very
kind of
welcome.
creepier
No, thank
and
you.
creepier the more you say things.
No, no.
That's
don't.
generally how it goes, yeah. Oh, Rida's in trouble.
Well,
okay,
it sounds
yes,
even
I'm
creepier
safe.
with Rida screaming that in the background.
Safe.
I want them to come to me. No, no, please God, no.
We're gonna go run away.
Oh, no, no. Oh, I felt the suspense. I felt the tension.
That's what she said.
Run away.
As you're stealing my role here. I'm the one with the dirty mind. I'm coming for your space facts. That's how this works.
It's John Cena. Do 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 do. Okay. I now opened the final shortcut, so I'm going to go back to the hunter
Tell us
screen.
about your anus.
Well, it's really big. Bigger than the whole planet, actually. And it's just filled with this really toxic gas. Like, you don't want to be around there. At least not without, like, a respirator or something.
It's also on its side.
Well,
It's sounding more and more like Uranus.
You mean
I-
Uranus?
Welcome
yes.
home, good
Yes.
citizens.
I will confirm.
Very well,
I don't
my
understand, but I'm gonna agree to it anyway.
Alexa says, so you're responsible for COVID.
Yes. It was me in particular. It was intentional. I just wanted some time off from work, and by God, I got it.
Alright, we now have a
Are
Hunter's
you
Torch
happy
plus
now?
5.
Not yet. I will never be satisfied.
We now deal
Yeah.
80 plus, 70. Let's see, how much damage do we do?
Not enough.
75 plus 16. That's very
no idea
good.
what any of these numbers mean.
Me
I have
neither.
never played Bloodborne. I'm here to ask questions.
Babla?
Ask questions.
Bloodborne. When you
What?
talk, I try to stop talking while I'm talking.
So you decided to call it Babla.
Blah blah blah.
Well, I more like had a stroke.
You always have
You can
strokes.
call it BB.
Every night.
I didn't want to say that, but it is indeed what I was thinking.
It's okay, Ez. I'll say it for you.
I had a feeling
Oh,
you'd say
I
that.
think Sal's actually watching now.
Hey, Sel.
Hey, don't what we call it. Don't
Well, he's a shy
Fine,
kid.
I won't name
Don't
drop.
call out the lurkers, Rida.
yeah.
Only when it's.
Is that? This is an actual question. Is that poor etiquette?
Yeah,
is.
it is.
Okay.
They're here to lurk. They're here to just watch and not be disturbed while they're doing other stuff.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
When they want to interact with the stream, they'll interact with the stream on their terms.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Makes sense to me.
Makes sense to me. Okay, so this is the boss of this area over here.
Is his
And the
name John Cena?
The name is the Witch of Hamlet. Okay, great.
Ooh. Next
Now, I'm
guiding
gonna try
code
this
prompt,
the hard
John
way.
Cena as a Dark Souls boss.
Once.
I feel like inevitably we're just gonna end up with a blank page. Maybe for the last one.
Oh, because we can't see him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the Witch of Hamwick is an invisible hag
Ah.
somewhere in this room. That I-
John Cena's a wrestler and an actor. He's actually a pretty good actor.
Oh, I see why you keep saying John Cena. Because the boss is invisible.
I did not know that.
Oh, there's a boss.
Oh yeah.
No, it's Alexia announced that it was John Cena, so clearly, as you say, she knows this game better than we do.
Yeah, she really does. I didn't get the reference. I thought you meant like I didn't know you knew what was coming. Dishes.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen is John Cena and Graham Norton, with him just explaining sort of like, what was it? He went, he said, yeah, but John Cena wasn't your first thing. No, my first thing was the prototype. I was half man, half machine, and 100% crap.
I see you.
That was him, by the way, saying that, not anyone else.
Yeah, no, I'm like, that's the trash man level of gimmick.
Yeah, he basically sort of said it was all because he could speak authoritatively and rewind himself when necessary, and he just was like, yeah, it was terrible.
So
And yet, I
the
was forced to.
secret of this boss is that there's actually 2 witches. As you can see, when I hit this one, the bar doesn't go down.
Okay. So
And
how
if
do
you
you
only
find
kill-
the right one?
No, you need to kill both, because if you leave one alive, it will revive the other one.
Oh, this is garbage. This isn't a fight. This is a slog. I hate this. I'm not even playing
Well,
this
I'm
thing.
kind of avoiding the actual, like, the mad ones, which are the guys with the sides. Now they're summoning 2. It might be time to fight them.
I haven't actually seen the latest Suicide Squad. It's on my list, but
It's not on my list.
It's pretty good.
why is it on your list?
It's definitely better
Because I
than
don't
the
watch
2
movies
that
anymore.
came before.
What, there were 2 Suicide Squad movies that came out?
Well, the Harley Quinn movies, kinda.
Oh, you mean
I liked Harley Quinn.
the Birds of Prey
Yeah.
movie? Was that a Suicide
Yeah.
Squad canon?
No, what is Harley Quinn?
Well, it is Suicide Squad.
Harley
canon.
Quinn's riding really high right now. I mean, the animated series was great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say series that's currently going on is pretty good.
Oh, is it still going on?
I don't
think
know. Is it-
I think they're on a break right now, but they've had a couple seasons. Like, I don't think they're
I
going
watched 2
to stop them
seasons.
down.
I don't know if there is any more since.
I don't think they're going to be
No.
slowing anything down anytime soon.
Oh, you better not kill me in one hit, you ass.
Oh, you are.
Which face?
I've seen this before. This is bad times.
He's being pounded.
Nah, those guys can't hit me
Oh,
while you're
he's
getting
gonna
hit by
get
the
up.
other guy.
Okay. I was expecting you to just get instantly stun locked and mobbed.
Problem is now there's a bunch of them, and also the other one is gonna get rezzed soon.
So, as long as you
Yeah.
keep hitting to her, though, she's not going to be able to res the other one, right? You just can't give her time to
Well,
do
yeah,
her
but
thing.
see, she's already casting again, and one of these spells might be the resurrection one.
Nope, there it goes.
There it is.
Yep. I think it always.
Oh, oh. Bad touch. Bad touch. Good touch.
Oh no, she's literally. Oh, damn, I'm dead. I'm dead. The problem is that you can't see the second witch's health bar until you kill the first one, which means you don't know when the second one is going to be low enough for you to finish the first one off. It's a really annoying
Yeah.
boss.
Yeah, no, I hate this fight. I'm so glad I'm watching this and not playing it. I know
well,
why
well,
no
they
one
don't
has
have much
ever
health.
told me about this fight before.
Yeah, no, they don't have much health is the thing. So you'd think, okay, that's pretty easy then. Yes, but I have to kill them with a torch.
Why are you using the torch?
Because that's
It's a
the whole point. We're
torture
torturing.
run.
We're torturing him.
It's a challenge run.
But he's managed to get this far on the torch.
Yeah. This
Why
is like
is
4
Alexia
bosses in.
sad?
Because Rida died.
Guy.
Did Rita say the name of the fish?
I did not. Let's say the name
You
of a
didn't.
fish. Pike.
Don't tell him, Pike.
Wanda is the
Cookbook
name of a
reference.
specific fish, not the name of a type of fish.
I feel like that'd be too easy, because then you could just get a tank and name him.
I mean,
What would you name them?
I really
Steve,
liked
Frank,
that
John,
they
Tim,
called.
Wanda.
Okay, so That was what we were talking about. Yes.
Yeah.
I like that they called the pink fairy in Fairly Odd Parents Wanda, because it's like a double pun. They're fish, but also she uses a wand.
Wonder, I hardly know her.
Oh, I think you made that one already.
I've made many of them. Well, I mean, I've used that one a billion times.
Okay,
Have
so
you not
there
seen
is a
Final
way to
Fantasy
cheese
VIII
this boss.
Streams.
Um,
He keeps making the same joke at the same point.
Pretty much.
there's
yeah.
a way to cheese
Get
this
caught
boss.
on-
Because this boss will not summon ads if you are on zero eyeballs. What is it called? Insight.
Insight. Yep.
Yeah, so if I spend all my insight in the insight shop, then they won't summon ads and the fight will be easier. Then again, I never got hit by these idiots, and it was the boss sniping me with the stun beam that killed me last time. So,
We'll have no cheese on stream.
I love me some cheese.
I'm not ruling it out. I'm.
Of course, you're Dutch.
Full cheese. Look, if we're like 3 hours into a boss and it's just not happening, we will cheese the hell of it with no regrets.
Did it just spawn right next to me and explode some
Yes.
barrels?
Barrels.
You can't see it. It kind of has like a very slight distortion. But it's very hard to see it. I think I see it right here.
The Predator's cloaking is quite advanced.
No, I didn't see it. That was just a little warble. Yeah, no, I did see it. There it is. Did that take damage? I don't think so. That was the second witch. The second one doesn't spawn until you get the first one to half health as well.
Well, we're there, so.
No, it was. I think that was the second one.
Yeah, it
Okay.
was.
Okay, this isn't. I didn't interpret the teleport. You see that? So I could do some damage.
With the stagger, yeah.
I can make that jump.
I feel like we're like the Eldritch equivalent of their alcoholic father come home to burn them with a torch. This feels really drawn out and sick. But in a good way, because Eldritch horror.
In a good way, he says.
Look, I'm
Well,
not
these are
afraid to
still
get
enemies that are
close,
weak to
that's okay.
fire. We'll wait. Just wait until I get the enemies that are strong against fire.
Oh god, this is when they're weak to it? Oh no.
Okay, that's
Good
one.
time.
Oh no, wait up.
Alright.
The blessed children of the night, what is the delightful music they make.
These are the mad ones. I saw that. Oh, you cheese
Ooh.
crackers. No.
Language.
Oh, that was close.
No, it wasn't close. I don't want to get hit by that.
Nobody
Oh,
wants to
you're
get hit by that.
You're so dead.
I know I live. Just.
Oh my god! Second chance!
Oh, I don't have any. I don't have any files.
Oh.
No hit
and
your
then
shots now.
Nowhere
Salmon.
to baby.
I was gonna tell you to, go in for the clutch, but I did not have time. And Alexi is gonna say F. F indeed.
Effing
Yeah,
chat.
I'm gonna spend my insight now. It's not gonna help that much, but
Cheeser.
Fish.
Fish.
Rida, so insightful.
Cheese fish.
well, according to the lore of the game, when you gain insight, eyes grow on the inside of your head.
It.
You gain eyes on the inside, eyes in your brain.
You didn't tell us about the cheese fish.
I didn't tell you about the teachers. I said salmon.
No.
Okay.
Now tell us about the cheese fish.
I think he's hoarding the cheese fish for himself. This is how you get revolutions, Rita. You hoard all the cheese fish until everyone's sick of it.
Tell you what, I got a joke for you. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's no
Okay.
cheese fish. What are you talking about?
What's the difference between roast beef and pea soup?
I'm guessing they both come from meat, but in different ways.
Nope.
I give up.
Anybody can roast beef.
Ha ha! Nice.
Thought you might like
Not
that one.
anyone can pea soup. Uh-huh.
Yep.
That would be the
I can
guy.
never,
yes.
Yeah.
I can never remember jokes.
Jokes are like frogs. You can dissect them to figure out how they work, but they're still dead.
Yeah.
What? I always thought you were gonna say you can catch one, but they're slippery, and you'll probably let them go.
No, more murder. Frog murder.
No murder. We don't want murder.
Look, I'm going to murder some frogs. I'm not
Oh.
going to say when.
I
But
heard
I
a
will.
joke today. Heh, that's funny.
What?
That is my weird sense of humor, I think.
Is that an anti-joke? I don't get it.
It's like blowing someone off with the topic.
Yeah, so, you know, like, how dare I say, rather than saying, what is it, you just say, that's funny.
Oh, is that
From
from
The
The
Office.
Office? Quiz.
I know
A
Michael
Belgian,
Scott is one of those people, but I don't know which one.
Michael Scott. To be honest, I think the office, the US office suffered for a lot from trying to imitate the British office.
In the first season.
The humor is
second a
just
little bit.
horrendously different.
I think the US one did just fine.
No, it did do fine once they stopped pretending to ape the UK one.
Oh, okay.
That was their
it's
mistake.
always the
was-
case. It's also the case with Parks and Rec. They also became better when they stopped trying to imitate The Office.
Yeah. It's like, guys, just do what you're good at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hated the US office at first as well because it was trying too hard to be the UK office. It was just, and it just didn't
Never
really
seen
work.
the UK office, so I
Again,
never
the
even
humor,
noticed.
British humor and American humor, in this particular way, it was far too different. Did you hear about the French chef who did not believe eggs were round? He was part of the Flat Earth Society.
That's
I
What was
can't
her
find
name?
her. Oh, there she is. Hello.
that's esoteric. Your
Carousers
humor requires
represents-
education.
At this time I find you quick. Right quick.
Your humor requires education. The greatest sin Yaya could imagine. How dare you make me learn?
Well, you
Look,
don't
if I
know
can't
the French
immediately
word for
understand
egg?
it, it's worthless.
Do you not know
That
the French word for
explains
egg?
America.
Oh,
Yep.
I don't speak French.
I don't
Look.
speak French either.
Yes,
You live in Europe. You speak more French than I do.
I've seen an American French lesson. I believe that it went, "Bonjour, ya cheese-eating surrender monkeys."
What?
Oh yeah, that was from Glorious Bastards.
No, that was from The Simpsons.
Yeah, we all sound the same after a while.
Where
You all
is,
I
sound
remember,
where is
uh,
she?
Willy.
I remember Eddie Izzard's
Oh,
skit
there you
on French,
Go on.
where like the traditional French lessons consist of weird animals in weird situations that you'd never have to use in any point in time in real life unless you brought like a dog, a cat, and a monkey alongside with you.
I feel like this is a goal worthwhile in itself. And you
Hello.
learn French.
It's more was it the comments are something along the lines of, you know, why on earth? It's like, why am I learning something like where is the train station? Or, you know, the train station is so far away from the dog.
Because it gives
Yeah.
you the most information about like these things in a short amount of time.
Look, I just want a dog
You
at a
learn
train
both
station.
about
Is
the
that so
dog
much
and
to
the
ask?
train station.
Yes, apparently.
Well, you know, Eddie Izzard is a great comedian anyway, and I will just beg to differ with him.
Oh, hello.
Her.
Her?
Her now.
Oh, okay.
Who?
I watched her stuff
Eddie
when,
is it?
in like 10 years ago when she
Yeah,
was
yeah.
very
They
adamant
didn't
about certain
change their
things.
name?
No.
Have to.
It's
Guess
Eddie Izzard.
not.
Like their name is
Not
gold
many
already.
people do.
They technically refer to themselves as gender fluid.
Oh, okay.
So it really depends on how they feel at that particular time.
I like gender fluid. It means that unless I'm talking to them at that moment, I can use whatever I want. Like,
I don't know
because
about
it all applies.
Yeah, take that. Fall off the thing. Fall on your back. Break your foot.
Ooh, you got a good few hits on that.
Yeah, but now they're doing the grabby move, and I don't have any
Yep.
heals.
You are going to die. Wait, do you keep running into this with no heals, or
Yeah.
why?
Hey,
Why?
What? What? Oh, there you
He'd
are.
need to
Oh,
farm the heals if he wants heals.
I think we gotta farm the heals anyway. All right, if you
Farming heals means he can't do anything else but farm the heals.
He just respawned.
might
the,
be a
the
good
other
thing to
one.
do off stream.
No.
Nah, the whole point is the torture.
No! Fuck. Well,
Him.
As you
Bye,
can see,
everyone.
it be working.
Get that fish ready. Delicious
oh,
face.
barely? Oh, yes! Barely.
Wow.
1
Okay.
HP.
You might actually do this
Yeah.
too. They're real low. Come on, Rita. Do
The
it.
problem is that the
Look
other
up.
one is gonna snipe me.
Don't stop moving. Whatever
Don't.
you do.
Stop me now.
Oh, good. It has maximum
Having
range.
such a good
Oh.
time.
I'm having
Oh.
a ball.
I really need that.
Fish.
More F's in
Okay.
chat. Thank you, Alexia, for the F's.
I need fish
No.
in English is the problem. I know so many fish in Dutch.
Well, that's the challenge.
Sea bass.
And next time it will be regular bass.
River bass. Black
Yeah.
bass.
Drop the bass.
Zee bass.
So many screaming noises.
That's because they're insane. They like screaming.
But where are they insane, Rita? Is it perhaps
In the membrane.
That was perfect unison.
You were
Nice.
really synced.
Insane in the brain.
Oh, well, you can go clip it then, yeah. You can have it in the membrane soon.
Ah, this group of women. Like normally I would just go shlish, 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 bang,
Ow.
and they would be dead.
More fish.
But no.
More F's.
You just got your shit rocked by some spinsters, my guy.
Yeah, because I'm using a torch.
I love this sort of complaining about the challenge which he himself suggested.
No, Sana did.
Yeah, she did. She keeps going on
Alex.
about torch runs. Even in Dark
Alex.
Souls, she was like,
Yeah, but in
"That
Dark
one
Souls
torch
it's an
run."
actual
I'm like, "No."
weapon that you can swing and stuff and upgrade properly. In this, it's not.
I do love the fact that Alexis saying there is that one didn't deserve enough.
Well, that one was just bullshit.
I think you
That was an S for sad.
I just need like 5 vials to keep on full health near the end.
I really feel like we're gonna keep doing this until you go farm blood vials.
I am doing that right now.
Are you?
Yes.
I don't see any.
Equip your luck items.
What? items? What?
Luck items, yes. To increase
Oh,
the
Dark
item
Souls 2
discovery.
reference. That's not a thing. Item discovery is only done
You're
through
not a thing.
items.
You're not a thing. Wow. This is expert commentary we've got from Wiz here.
Ah!
You ain't a thing. You're just a who's it and a wannabe.
Who's it wanna be? You heard it here first, folks.
So guess what I'm doing on Saturday, Yaya?
What's that?
I'm going to Metopia.
Utopia? Aztopia?
Metopia. So kind of an Aztopia as well, yes.
Where is Utopia?
No,
Meatopia.
Meatopia.
Oh, meat. Oh, okay.
I thought you
That
said
sounds
Meatopia
cholesterol-y.
first.
I approve.
Quite fascinating. It happens in London, and it's and you can't spend money there. You have to transform your money into meat bucks. So it's
Sounds like
Disney
a lot
World.
of steps. Wait, is this like a theme park? Do you have a meat-themed theme park?
No,
More like a
it's just
festival.
got lots
You're
of different
lost.
meat.
I
I
feel
may
like
not
that.
eat on Friday.
Tomorrow, I am making Russian food that Sana suggested.
I must have misheard that. You didn't say Russian boob, did you?
Yeah, Russian boob that
Food
Sana
as-
suggested.
I must eat Russian boob, as Sana suggests.
Delicious Russian boobs.
The Russian boob.
You know, I do hear that they are quite.
Sana suggest.
Oh god.
So,
I can't do a Russian
Meat
accent,
World
but I can
or
kind of do a chorus.
Meatopia.
Utopia.
So, have any of you guys ever gotten the meat sweats?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh what?
So, supposedly, when some people eat a bunch of meat at once, they get sweaty and feel disgusting, and it just hits them hard.
Yeah,
I've never had that happen.
I've definitely had that.
That's just because that's how you feel all the time.
I don't feel like that all the
You
time.
know, I'm
but
not
yeah,
always
if I
hungover.
eat too much meat, I definitely get sweaty and feel gross, and also stomachache.
No, bacon all day. All day. I can just not stop if I don't
I've
want to.
had burgers where I had to take the bacon off because it was too salty.
Burn
Oh,
the
bacon.
wedge.
Yeah, I was. That was shock. That was a shock pause. Those words do not belong in that order. The burger was too salty from the bacon.
Yeah,
The bacon was too salty for the burger.
Mind you, you're also from America, so you have the wrong kind of bacon.
No, this was American bacon.
Oh, well, then definitely burn the wedge.
Well, I'm not the one who puts American bacon on burgers. The burger joint did.
Which burger joint was this?
I don't remember. I think it was Five Guys.
That's our best too. You're
I know, that's
going
what makes
after-
it worse.
Yeah. You're going
It
after
might-
people's
What?
favorites. You're gonna
No,
make
Well,
us.
I
it's
mean,
not
that
that.
makes it
Okay,
less
so it's
about-
not that the burger wasn't good. It was absolutely delicious. It just when I took a bite and I got some bacon in my mouth, my body went, "That's too much salt. Get that shit out of your mouth," and I almost threw up. So I opened the burger and I took the bacon out and I put it in a little plastic wrap for later, and then I ate the burger without the bacon and it was delicious.
Wait, did you eat the bacon alone?
Yeah, later, like
And was
Okay.
it okay?
it was fine. I think I was literally having some kind of sodium overdose.
Oh, yes, I did hear a story about that where a guy, like, chugged, like, half a bottle of soy sauce and almost died because of the sodium, the amount of sodium inside that.
I did not know this was a thing that could happen. I'm
Oh,
terrified.
soy sauce has got so much salt in it, it's ridiculous. Like, you can properly just die, because, like, your cells basically collapse in on themselves because they don't have enough water inside them.
I drank a
So
big
you're saying I
thing
should
of
not turn this into a TikTok challenge?
I'm
no, definitely
saying,
not. I
yes,
drank a big
that
thing
is
of
in fact
water
what I'm
and
saying.
didn't have the very salty bacon, and it was fine. And then, like, later that day, after having a whole bunch of water and a different meal, I had the rest of the bacon, and it was also fine. So I really just think that, oh, look, but they're both in the same spot. Oh,
They're friends.
Well, they're sisters. The
They're
witches
life
of
partners.
Hamway.
Oh, hello.
No,
Give
not
me
much
a...
more longer.
Is that it, kinda? We got a raid.
You got a raid. Oh,
Kynemer, thank you for the raid. of
Kynemer,
5
thank you
people.
for the raid. We
Why
are
am I
doing
on screen?
the torture run.
Oh, because we didn't set up the alert.
You didn't set up Rida's alert box. Wiz!
You did. You didn't set it up. Well, we didn't set stuff up because Wiz keeps keeping stuff away from me.
Hello,
we can-
Heimer's crowd. Welcome to this cavalcade of technical errors. I'm the person who's not on screen.
Did we finish the calendar? Yeah, well, I mean, I set up a calendar. Whether or not anyone added anything to it, that's entirely separate.
Well, I made a calendar on the Guide to Backseating.
It's
Google
John
calendar.
Cena.
Did you share it with everyone?
I don't know how to share things because I don't know how Google Calendar works.
Okay, you see the thing that I did where I shared a calendar using Google Calendar?
Ah, yeah, faulty,
Yeah.
you're dead.
Do that. Or, you know, Google it.
I feel. Is that more or less efficient than getting the help desk?
Oh, you were drawing, Kynemer?
Drawing a calendar, apparently.
What were
Do
you
calendars
drawing?
ever really end though? Like,
Drowning.
I feel like that's one of their main features is that they.
The Mayan one did.
Yeah, that was
No,
because
it
they weren't
didn't.
around anymore. And that's their own fault.
The mine calendar did.
It is many other people's fault. Hey,
The
holy
mine-
crap, we did it, and you didn't even use any blood vials.
Yeah.
I
We
didn't.
farmed
I
them
didn't
for
use-
nothing.
I farmed for nothing. That was 0 blood vials used.
You just needed the
Yay.
confidence that they gave you. You're Dumbo with the magic feather.
I suppose. I
Well,
was
it's better
also
than
like,
being Dumbo without the magic feather.
that's
And you're just a
true.
big-eared elephant.
I was also just lucky because I found the other guy, the invisible one, way more.
Why have we
Oh.
walked into a Tarantino movie?
Okay, so this is one of my fellow hunters, and they were tortured to death by those witches, sadly. However, they had on them the rune workshop tool, which I need.
Thanks, buddy.
So
Were you making a calendar as well, Kynemer?
Maybe you can instruct Wiz on how to make one.
How to make a calendar?
and then we have
I can share one.
1202 insight. Very good.
We got chat.
Good.
Kynemer says, I finished it as much as I dare, XD. Goofy
Merch.
art.
All my merch is memes. Canamer says.
Well, you can never go
Well then.
broke on memes.
Oh, we make our own memes and then make that our brand. So
Alright, so, group question.
Oh no.
Meme wear. Like, the rage face hoodies, that kind of stuff. The cropped hentai shirts.
oh no.
Based or
definitely not.
cringe?
Cringe.
Okay, so,
Based.
as if I do this,
You do this. Okay, hang on, I've got to go find out what this was.
I send you a PM.
Yep.
Wiz OnlyFan T-shirt, please.
No!
Oh, Kymer also her right? Wiz.
Kynemer. Yep. My own memes. Weird stuff that comes out of my mouth is said on stream,
Her,
etc. Yep. Yep. That's the good memes. That's the good meme wear.
Weird
Sorry,
stuff that
I
comes out of my
wanted to
mouth.
make sure,
Title
but
of your
Wiz
sex
stopped
tape.
paying attention in the middle of my question.
Yes, it's her.
You had a question?
Okay. No. I did have a question. Okay, so we have done that, which means
Hey, Tiki.
Ah, stream mom. Right.
Tiki.
Hi, Krender's Adventures. Hi, Tiki.
I think right now, Rida needs a stream mom as much as possible.
We are
Well,
bullying him
we just
relentlessly.
defeated a boss, and now we're going to defeat another boss.
Is this
So
what
we
I
play.
know?
But I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a very difficult one, because this boss is usually a boss you can kind of like. It has cheese built in, where when you damage parts enough, it will it will stagger. But with the torch, I'm doing so little damage, it might actually not be able to get staggered enough to be helpful.
You really did make it hard, didn't you?
Oh, this is
cut
like we're
mercenaries.
still on the side of the game where everything is weak to fire. That's going to stop soon.
I don't know why you did this, but I'm having fun.
Add
Kinda
It's a
makes sense.
challenge
Did it
run.
link to anything?
Well,
It's a
it linked to
challenge.
a calendar, but not like your specific one.
Huh.
Unfortunately, I can't speak. So I say a lot of strange things, such as Thurnth, which was either 3rd or 13th. I can't remember. Dude, same. I just got blown up about it in this stream. I will just mush mouth in the middle of a sentence.
Okay.
I don't remember doing that to you, but okay. I probably did.
You... What was the word? When I had a stroke.
Bird.
No one can remember. Tiki,
Bird was
how
the
is
word.
everyone doing? I'm doing great, Tiki. I
I
am
am doing
in
great.
a great mood because, I'm not working.
Tomorrow's my last day until I have another week off, so that's good. I really wanted to have 3 weeks off consecutive in the summer, but that wasn't in the schedule.
I think any of my bosses over my entire life would have strangled me for 3 consecutive weeks. Just
I had 2
not
weeks and
even
now
like
another
wait
week.
for it, just hey, I'm taking off from here to
Yeah, you know, they would have mentioned, just for mentioning the fact that he wanted 3 consecutive weeks off. That's why they would have strangled him.
Oh yeah.
I am fairly tired.
So here is
I'm unfairly
the
tired.
next
It doesn't
boss.
feel fair
It's
to me.
Amelia, some kind of vicar. I don't remember what her full title is because apparently I remembered wrong. And if you guys can hear, she's reciting a prayer.
Say a prayer for
Jesu
you.
Domine.
No, she is praying to the blood and to Lawrence to keep her focus and not transform into a massive beast. So clearly what we're going to do is interrupt her.
Why does everyone always interrupt them for rituals?
Yep, so we're going to
They're like
interrupt her.
monologues. The villain
and,
gives you a free shot.
Again, that's not how it works, though.
Yeah, it's a
He
cutscene, so you
says?
don't get a free shot.
it
How
a
is everyone
cutscene.
doing? I'm very glad that tomorrow's Friday. Dude, yes. Weekend! Time for
Weekends
fun
tend to
and
start
time.
on Saturday in my line of work.
Yeah, so
Oh,
we
you
interrupt
up late into the night?
Amelia. And
No, I'm on
Amelia
leave at the moment,
goes,
but I mean,
"No,
that's the exception.
my prayer, you interrupted it." And then she does this, which
Oh. Oh.
Well,
Oh. I guess the prayer was working.
how'd she do that?
She just
well,
let
okay,
go.
so the priests of the healing church are the ones who have taken the most blood. But they were also the ones with the most iron wills to not change into beasts.
Oh,
But
apparently
that was a kind
her
of rubber
period
banding
blood.
effect where when they finally change, they change in the most abhorrent of beasts. That's just figure. No title.
It's reminding me a lot of Claymore.
I've also taken 1 hit and it took like all my health.
You know, the more I think about, like, this game does a lot of menstruation metaphors. You might not be wrong.
100%. I know a couple of trans women who got so uncomfortable by this game because of all the women imagery, and then they when they came out and transitioned, they came back to it, and now it's their favorite game.
Ah. Well,
Well, it's just 2.
it's really interesting how, like, your perspective can completely change.
Ah,
'Cause,
don't
you know, you feel something awakening that you're not ready for. I can see that being a bad thing.
Bad touch. Bad touch. Bad touch.
Yeah, you are not at the right pace. This is going poorly.
It's
Hard.
going very poorly.
Hard.
Harley.
See? I do it.
Fair enough. We'll continue to make fun of him for it then.
You do it.
He's a doo-dooer.
Oh. Normally, when I fight this boss, what happens is you go on one of her foot or legs, you hit them like 4 times, she breaks it, and then you do a critical.
No, you can't really see it under all the hair, but she has a surprisingly tight butt for someone who's like a devolved monstrosity.
Stop trying to
Really
have
well
sex
formed.
with every single creature that we encounter, please.
Yeah, take
Look
this.
at her. When's a chance like this gonna come again? What even is that?
It's a deer wolf.
Yeah, exactly. How many deer wolves have you been trying to get?
Why does this sound like a conversation with Picard and Riker had enough? Number one, for the love of God, please stop having sex with these creatures.
Look, I
that
don't
was
get
very
paid. This is the
close.
only thing in it for me. Don't take this.
You don't get paid and you don't get laid. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
That was very close. I think if I can go into that with like 10 blood vials, I can do it.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, everybody. 1, 2, 3, fish.
Fish.
Okay. Parrotfish.
Now
You
you've
said
already
the
used
last
that one.
stream.
Those adventures.
You've already used
Did
that
I?
one.
Damn
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Heh heh, come again.
Okay. Scorpion fish.
Okay.
That sounds terrifying. Is it terrifying?
It's terrifying.
It's actually kind of interesting. The scorpion sting is on its base, it's on its stomach rather than around its back, so it actually descends from above and lands on fish and stings them.
I didn't know fish could sting. The world has gotten worse.
There's fish
What
with
about
tons of
manta ray?
spines, and most of the ones with spines
Sorry.
are the ones that are poisonous.
That's
How
not
do you
getting
not
stung.
know
That's
what
getting
venom.
manta ray
stabbed.
does?
No, it's called a stingray.
It's not okay. If it's the size of a knife, it doesn't count as a sting. These are separate things, and it's getting shanked by a fish, which is a separate kind of terrifying.
Piranha!
There's also the conefish, which lives
Don't
inside a
say
conical
fish that I
shell.
know about. I can't use that one now.
Well, you went into my space facts, and I'll go into your fish facts.
Fine. You're right. I did do that.
Yes, we shall not trespass on each other's domain.
Did you know that freshwater fish can't survive in the cold void of space?
Actually, some can.
Oh, that's
A
well.
water
I mean,
bear
no.
can survive pretty much
A
anything.
water bear is not a fish.
Prove it.
Fact: 100% of all fish who swim in the water die.
Can't prove a negative.
Ooh,
Also,
ooh, ooh.
Tiki wants to
Tiki.
hear both as a space fact and a Rida's fish fact.
Entertainment abounds. I'll let Rida go
Oh,
first.
okay. Well, I'm very concentrated right now.
I'm very.
So go to the space fact first, please.
That's the best time to give a fish fact, Rida.
I wanted to give you.
You're concentrated.
Tell us about gills. How do gills work?
Oh, gills work pretty easily. This is how gills work. When there are blood vessels that are very close to the surface in these tissue, in the gill structures, I think they're called fronds. Oh, I'm not sure of that. And these are the red things you see when you open up a
Got
gill.
him killed. It worked, Tiki. Good job.
Yeah, it really did.
Alright.
Okay. No, I'm still talking about gills.
Okay,
When
fair
the
enough.
water flows by, the oxygen in the water gets absorbed by the blood directly, just much like when it does in the lungs. Pretty much the exact
That makes
same
sense.
exchange system there. There's just a whole lot less water, oxygen in water, so gills need to constantly pump water through them in order to keep the fish not drowning. Meanwhile, we can take a breath, and basically our limitation is how we get the carbon dioxide out of us quicker.
Okay.
There's plenty of oxygen for
Alright.
you to survive multiple minutes in a breath, but your blood saturates with carbon dioxide so quickly.
Oh, so when like you drown, you're not actually dying. Wait, yeah, you're totally dying of oxygen.
No.
You're
When you
bullets drown.
drown, you are. But the feeling you get when you're suffocating, basically, is underwater drowning, is you having too much carbon dioxide in your blood. If you're breathing something that doesn't have oxygen in it, but does allow you to breathe out, that will not. You will die without feeling like you're drowning and or suffocating.
It's one of the reasons why you should never hyperventilate before you go underwater in a pool, because the trigger for you to go up and take a breath is not the lack of oxygen, but the amount of carbon dioxide in the blood. If you hyperventilate, you remove that carbon dioxide from the blood, and that means you may actually pass out without realizing you need to breathe.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
a life
terrifying.
fact. It is. It's called silent drowning, and every lifeguard is terrified of it because it happens when they're on the bottom of the frickin' pool, and it is so hard to spot.
I learned many new things today.
That's a biology
Alexius
fact.
says,
We can both talk about
have-
those.
Have you guys seen the Indiegogo that? Excuse me.
You
that was
don't need
supposedly...
nitrogen.
You don't need nitrogen, but admittedly, at the same time, it could not extract enough oxygen from the water. That would be impossible. Given the size of it, it was a complete bullshit device.
I'm still gonna read it out for the audio people. Have you guys seen the Indiegogo that was supposedly was for a breathing device that worked for 45 minutes by extracting oxygen from the water? I've not seen that.
I have. It is complete bullshit.
It is.
Like, it looks like
My BS alarm
cheap
went off
plastic.
instantly. What about the nitrogen you need? Okay, I'm
Yeah.
done.
Here's the thing.
I have a
you
space
can't
fact.
breathe
Hang on.
100%. Okay, you go first.
I have a space fact because Tiki did redeem it.
That's
So you
true.
can't breathe 100% oxygen. But yeah, here's a space fact. Well, actually, you can breathe 100% oxygen. It's just really bad for you. But anyhow, space fact. And seeing as it's from Tiki, I'm going to put in a space fact about welding. Now,
space
there is a
welding.
phenomenon known as cold welding. And basically what happens if two pieces of the same type of metal touch in
Oh,
space,
you're kidding me.
they fuse together. They will bond and be permanently stuck
Jellyfish.
together. And that happens because the atoms of the individual piece of metal have no way of knowing that they're different pieces of metal. There's nothing between them. There's no atmosphere. So they just link.
So, like, what stops that from happening with, I don't know, cloth?
The bonding is different. Metals tend to use ionic bonding.
Oh, science.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works,
About
but
the
I feel like it'd be
oxygen thing.
really in depth.
There's a lot of. This is one. So early satellites had a lot of issues where they failed, and this was thought to be one of them for a lot of them because, they just built the satellite out of the same metal, and then when two bits just happened to touch each other, they then fused together, and that didn't go down terribly well.
I feel like a lot of our technology doesn't work anymore.
Another issue that happened was, interestingly, because of the difference between the West and the East's method of creating satellites. Western satellites tended to just accept the fact that there'd be a vacuum, so they didn't pressurize their satellites, and allowed them to become vacuum in space. Oh dear, Port Rida, that hurt. But yeah,
bodied, son.
allowed them to become to depressurize in space, whereas the Russian satellites tended to prefer pressurizing them so they could better control heat exchange.
That would be a thing.
This did lead to an interesting issue with a lot of modern satellites where effectively they depressurized in space, but they didn't depressurize fast enough. So what you wound up with was a very thin atmosphere inside the satellite. And the issue with this is that in a very thin atmosphere, electricity from different components can jump quite easily. Mm-hmm. So, and no answer to lie, for some of the satellites where they had discovered this was an issue, but they didn't really have a lot of time to rebuild the satellite, they found areas of the satellite which were, quote, not of vital importance, and drilled holes in it.
Hey, when God gives you a hammer, sometimes you just gotta put holes in space materials.
What?
That
what
was
is that
supposed to be a
saying? That
couple of
makes no
metaphors, and they
sense.
fused.
Like, they cold welded. Well done.
Catching up with the chat again.
Should we
Indeed.
explain the
All
100%
metals have a
oxygen
layer.
thing to
This is
Alexia
from
as
Tiki.
well?
Yep, all metals have a layer of oxidation that prevent them from fusing together. That's actually the reason you need shielding when you're welding, which is usually in the form of a gas like argon or CO2. If you try to weld without shielding, the layer of oxidation will try to form on the molten metal and force it apart. So you end up with something called porosity, which is basically just a bunch of holes. See, they didn't need the drill. They just needed bad welding.
No, this was for the cold welding situation. The atmosphere and electricity is a different issue.
All right. And Alexia is calling us back to the fish. The fantasy of underwater filters for breathing is a fundamental misunderstanding of how fish work. Fish directly absorb oxygen from the water, and they don't require as much of it as we do because they're fundamentally different. Neat.
Speaking of
That
fish,
makes sense.
No,
you-
they
Okay.
don't break apart H2O into oxygen and hydrogen and breathe that. Absolutely not. There is
That-
oxygen
also, Rita,
dissolved
did you name
into
a fish
water.
when you died?
Yes, I
Oh,
said
dear.
jellyfish.
Okay.
Is that a fish?
We said everything on the water that isn't a cetacean.
Okay. I'm just asking questions here.
If a horseshoe crab counts, then so will this. Oh, this thing seems to be... Like, see, this thing is stronger as fire, it does 21 damage. And also
Like
it has a
this,
ton
yeah.
of health.
See,
Sounds-
I remember there was a science fiction story I read once where they had some people trapped underground, and for some reason they couldn't transport them. I think they were like, because of how they were buried or something like that. If they tried to transport them, they'd accidentally end up fusing their bodies with the material around them. So they started transporting oxygen into their lungs directly.
Oof, that's horrifying.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of that. I don't like breathing without breathing. I feel like that would just everything you do is timed off your breath, you know? It would just throw you off on everything. You couldn't even think.
Two chemists went to a bar. One ordered H2O. The one said I'll have an H2O. The other one said I'll have an H2O too, and died.
That's actually a good one. I can't even do that.
That's hilarious.
It's chemistry.
Speaking of, Rida, you have been asked to explain how we can breathe 100% oxygen.
But we can't breathe it. It's just that oxygen is incredibly corrosive. Like it's reactive with everything. So if you breathe in 100% oxygen, you will melt your lungs, basically. Set them on fire on the inside.
Those lungs are on fire.
Yeah.
11 out of 10 joke.
Oh, thank you.
It's an old joke.
It's a classic. From what
So,
I've
like-
heard about, if you have too much oxygen in your body, you do tend to get a bit of a oxygen madness where you basically get euphoric, and you also
Yes, but
your
that's a
retina
separate
begins to detach
issue.
from your eyes.
That's a
Look, all I'm
separate
getting
issue.
out of this is that the thing I've been breathing this entire time is a hell of a drug.
Yeah,
that's
it
the
really
thing,
is.
right?
If you have 100% pure oxygen, you're going to be very happy until you die.
The thing about this is like
And by melting the lungs too.
it's a
what way to go.
poison. Like
I mean,
in
there
many
are O2
forms.
bars where you take hits of oxygen.
I'm not gonna read all that, but Alexia gave an anti-joke and I loved it. I'm gonna have to start reeling back on the long ones.
Two scientists went to a bar. First asked for H2O, the second asked for H2. Wait, why do you ask for water in such a fundamentally awkward way? When you could just say water, bartender, 2 waters, please. First scientist murders foiled again.
Just to spite me too.
Yeah. So pure oxygen is the next drug you should try. Go for it, Tiki. Have a couple hits.
Do
yeah.
not.
I do remember there was this prank that somebody did that a few guys did at a university, where they basically passed round a like a document saying that they should people should ban H2O because it's a principal component of acid rain. If you're fully exposed to H2O, you will die. It represents a lot of the corrosive natures on buildings and such. So just
Given enough time, it can
Oh, yeah,
dissolve
people-
rock.
People just nod and agree when they don't know what you're talking
Well,
about.
the
No one
scary
wants to
one
admit
for
they don't
me
know something.
was
Uh,
I saw a YouTube video
Pretty scary.
where, and again, I'm gonna say apparently because I'm not sure if it is what was actually happening, but apparently these people went to like a woman's lib college in the States,
Oh, the
and
women's suffrage thing from like, God, that was like
yeah,
a decade ago.
they passed around a document trying to get women's suffrage banned.
And
They
it
got-
worked.
Yeah, and lots of people apparently signed it just because they heard the word woman and suffering and assumed.
Oh, dude, like,
Wow.
if you ever want to have your faith in people shattered, just like spend a day talking to random people about a thing you've completely made up and watch them like act like experts about it. As I stroke out again, it's you will just walk away crushed, or really happy because it's funny as hell.
That dissolve and grumble of knowing what's going on.
we are coming up. It is actually midnight now in.
I'll do one more
mainland
try
Europe,
of Amelia, and then we'll end the stream.
Okay,
Alright.
so who's the bus bet then? Are we gonna? What do we?
Who
got
thinks
blood
I'm going to
vials.
be able to do it?
I mean, she's got a tight ass, but we've got blood vials. I think we
I
got
mean,
this.
If
It's
Rida
not a 20,
doesn't
but-
believe in himself, then
I believe in the me that believes in the you that believes in me.
Best time.
Well, so,
my high school chemistry teacher gave us an article that talks about how speech is very
what the fuck was that?
as a way to show us how we can be manipulated by language.
That's probably the same one I saw being passed around. A guy didn't like from climbing went around doing the straw joke along the lines of, hey, do you know that hydrogen dioxide is in most substances we consume and overexposure can lead to death? Yep. Classic guy.
Is it me, or did last time my torch stop giving off light due to the cutscene?
I don't recall.
I don't recall her being orange. I thought she was blue
In Dabadee.
last time. No, not like that.
Dabadee.
If I was blue, I would die. Or no, if I was green, I would die.
Yes, we all shot the joke before he finished, but then he told the joke to our biochemist to probably stop him.
Hydrogen dioxide, how does
Hydrogen
that work? Oh dear.
Oh, that is a wonderful German. I like him already.
God damn, I'm doing a lot worse actually.
So you're thinking you're not going to win this one?
No, I don't
I still have faith.
Heal.
Oh wow, we are through half our blood vials. Okay. Nope. You know what? No, we're still gonna do it. Going in for the clutch.
Do you mean die hard?
No hit to run, starts now. Oh, starts
I'm
now.
definitely not good enough for a no-hit.
That's actually accurate. Yeah, it's die hard also because it's 2 hydrogens, 1 oxygen.
Yeah. It is right.
Damn them thinking Germans and being right.
Oh no, I missed the grab. Damn. That's not good.
All the faith.
Keep the faith.
Yeah, take this.
Excuse me. Sleepy times.
I love the fact that no one in our group keeps anything even vaguely resembling a sensible sleeping pattern.
I do.
I know it all comes back to this, but
Yep, I
mine's
died.
because of work, okay?
Says a man playing a video game at midnight.
Yeah, my sleeping pattern is I go to bed at 2 a.m. and I wake up at 9.
He tried
That's
to tell.
not a good sleeping pattern.
He
I
tried to
didn't
tell-
say that I
tell
was
the
a good
joke,
one, I
but
said I'd
fucked up
keep one.
on what the chemical name would have been. Most of us missed it, but our biochemist caught it instantly. It made me smile because the guy had a huge ego and thought him smarter and better than everyone. Nice.
Your biochemist sounds like an absolute king, says Tiki, to which Alexa replies, yeah, he's great. Tiki? And that guy sounds exhausting to be around. Agreed with all of this. Like.
Well, that's it for the Bloodborne.
Wait, name a fish.
Oh yeah, I did die.
We demand fish blood.
Fish blood. I've already done the one that has the interesting blood. Vampire squid.
See, at some point, he's just going to start naming like two things together and assuming we won't notice.